Fans, welcome to the Working Fans Podcast live watch along for Crown Jewel presented by Game Up Hard.
If you haven't tried Game
All
Up,
right, that went
if
smooth.
you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb.
All right, there's a little problem playing the videos today. We are getting the hiccups out of the way early, but it is Crown Jewel. It is the event that we have all been excited for. A lot of big matches lined up on this. We were doing a TikTok live today, and we had people asking, what is the purpose of that Crown Jewel Championship? And that Crown Jewel Championship is just to have your two champions go against each other. And neither, you have the big 6-man tag match. Roman of the time is not working, but we are going to give a live read because this is brought to you by Game Up Hard Hydration. It's like your favorite sports drink and your favorite seltzer.
You are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.
Well, you guys can see everything's going smooth today. That was definitely a better read. Cleaning up some stuff on our desktop here. And what is everybody most excited for today at Crown Jewel? Are you excited for Cody versus Gunther? Could it be Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax? Six-man tag. Let us know in the comments. I'm in here a little earlier because I wanted to play the commercials. You got Game Up. And let's see if the lockup commercial will work. Author Ray Lopez presents Lockup, professional wrestling in our world. Lockup dives headfirst into the colorful world of professional wrestling. Explore the iconic characters, careers, matches, history, and families, and delve into the bizarre and fascinating entwining of professional wrestling and film, television, football, politics, gender, and race. Pre-orders are available now on Amazon.com or at MascotBooks.com. This is the perfect gift for the wrestling fan in your life. Pick up a copy today on Amazon.com or at MascotBooks.com. Lopez has done on that book. It's an interesting kind of add-on to help you enjoy wrestling. You get to know a little bit all the way through there. Hopefully when Dave gets in here, I can reboot my computer. But we work through these technical difficulties, guys. Thank you to everybody joining us. Sponsored by Game Up Hard Hydration. Talk live earlier, there was a lot of excitement about this event. Some people were, excited for that title match. Some people are excited for the 6-man match. They feel like
that, Sami Zayn might cost one team. Somebody said The Rock might cost another is out. We're going to play you one more quick commercial for Wrestleville. And then only have a few minutes until the big show kicks off.
Read about the Northern Wrestling Federation in the book presented by Wrestleville.com, The Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 2. Hear the story of Roger Ruffin, the man who trained Carl Anderson, the Monster Abyss, Jordan Clearwater, Chris Harris, and Jillian Hall.
Plus 45 other short stories including Jazz, Bobby Eaton, Kamala, Thunder Rosa, Mario Mancini, Scott Casey, PJ Black, Kerry Morton, Sal Renaro, Jeremiah Plunkett, Colby Carino, Bam Bam Malone, and many others.
Get your book today at Wrestleville.com. Wrestleville. It's where wrestling lives.
The watch along here. Of course, computer problems are hitting us up early, but sharing this out to Twitter, I shared this to Facebook. No matter where you are finding us. And let me share this one last thing. It's early on. The action will pick up here in a minute. It's us. Young fan, take a selfie. Sheamus and Big E. It's good to see Big E still doing things with the company. He may not be in ring, but at least he's representing pre-shows. Always a good way to do things. Corey Graves made of Saudi Arabia to have very often, and now they get a regular big show a year. Healing on the audience a little bit. We got about 3 minutes and 10 seconds till this starts. So I'm going to play you a commercial for us because Dave and I just get so much enjoyment out of this commercial.
Hey fans, it's the man they call Dave with producer Joe. And you probably know us as the commentary team for New Heights Pro Wrestling. But when we're not doing that, we got a podcast.
That is the Working Fans Podcast, where we talk pro wrestling, comedy, MMA, and so much more.
And tell them about that signature segment.
Oh, you talk about the 531?
You know I am.
That is a homegrown creation that has been our namesake. And if you want to know our namesake, we got Chevy, AJ Strange Brew, as well as the two of us.
And why don't you go to our channel, like, subscribe, show us some love.
Rate, review, all of it. I just don't
All of it.
know how much
Breaking up, motherfucker.
enjoyment I got.
Sound like shit. What are you running? Like
Loving
5
it.
different programs? What the fuck is going on around here? Tune in to our watch along. Watch us staticky as fuck. He's gonna tune out. He's gonna fix his shit. I'm gonna share some of this to social media. Yeah, social media, motherfuckers. Come check us out. We're going to be doing a watch along with WWE Crown Jewel today. I'm kind of looking forward to a nice little afternoon wrestling show. Why not? Nia Jax and Liv Morgan are on my screen right now as we get ready for I'm just looking at the pre-show here. Joe's letting me know what he's doing. Yeah. I don't know. I think they're building up Nia Jax as the dominant figure right now, so I guess that's probably where they'll end up going with that. If you're tuning in, watching me struggle, I try to share this stuff here. Alrighty. Got that. And then one more. Bear with me. Looks like nobody's tuning in right now, so that's fine. Good time to not tune in. All right. We are ready to go. All right, yeah. WWE Crown Jewel, freaking Bloodline versus Bloodline. Anyone think Hikuleo was going to show up today? That's been one of the things I've been thinking about. Maybe it's just going to be Tonga Loa gets involved and maybe Sami Zayn gets involved, and that sets up our big War Games 4-on-4. But we'll see. Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins. I'm wondering what they'll do there. Do you think Seth Rollins is going to go over, or is this more of a vehicle to continue to put Bronson Reed over here? I feel like big Bronson Reed has been built up so well, and I'd like to see him keep that momentum going, right? Like, Seth doesn't really need the victory here. And then we got the 4-way women's tag championship match. I'm going to assume Jade and Bianca are keeping the titles, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I don't see them taking off them yet, Right now, they're still they're the big names, and it's kind of something to do with Jade and Bianca until they eventually break up. I feel like they'll eventually break up. All right, LA Knight, Andrade, Carmelo Hayes. I'm going to say LA Knight keeps that United States title. I don't know. I mean, maybe Carmelo Hayes could steal a victory here at Crown Jewel, but we'll see. So Sikoa now getting ready to come down to the ring. Oh, I think maybe we're going to be starting Bloodline versus Bloodline early on. I like it. So we get ready to go live here. All right. Seeing a nice view of Saudi Arabia right now. Yeah. So, I don't know. Anyone tuning in, what matches you guys are looking forward to the most? I think I'm probably looking forward to that 6-man the most, just to see where it leads us, Maybe Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, because I feel like that could be built into something really well, too. But yeah, we'll see. Look at all the lights in Saudi Arabia here. Wonder what time it is in Saudi Arabia right now. I see my man Joe trying to get back in here. I see people tuning in here, getting ready to watch this WWE Crown Jewel event, talking about what match we might be looking forward to the most today. I feel like, again, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. I'm kind of curious to see what they do there. Also, the Bloodline versus Bloodline match, maybe the debut of Hikuleo. There's a lot of people that could end up surprising us and returning. Maybe Tonga Loa just gets involved. Maybe Sami Zayn comes out for the save, and we're going to set up our 4-on-4 War Games. But, yeah. And looking at the big screen here, I'm seeing we're bringing those beautiful Crown Jewel Championship titles. If you think they're beautiful. They're kind of gaudy, personally, but not my thing. All right, see someone else arriving here. Nice sports car. I think it's Cody. It's Cody. Cody always has those sports cars now, huh? I got the suit, the sports car. Cody looks like a heel. Like, I know he's a very popular white meat babyface, but he definitely looks like a heel. And we got Gunther. who's admiring his face on a wall. Looks disgusted at seeing Cody's face. He's a great heel. He's an absolutely great heel. Now we see Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax walking around, sharing some, looks like some iced coffees. And we got Liv Morgan entering the arena now with Dirty Dom and Raquel Rodriguez. Interesting to see that they laid out Rhea Ripley on NXT, and then reading about Rhea Ripley has an eye socket injury. It kind of makes me wonder who Tiffany Stratton might cash in on. Like, I feel like we've been leading up to her eventually cashing in on Nia, but if Rhea Ripley's going to be out for a while, maybe that changes some plans on Raw, and maybe they want to have Kevin Owens come into the ring, or come into the arena rather, with a Cowboy Bob Orton shirt. Oh, interesting, because he's been wearing that Dusty Rhodes shirt lately too. Kevin Owens always has these great old school shirts, and I like the fact that they're kind of, involved with the people he's feuding with. All right, so we got a little look here at the opening, the Crown Jewel. Almost kind of a gladiator type setup I'm seeing here. Interesting. Now we're seeing Cody Rhodes pop in again here. Gunther. I'll be interested to see if they really do make this an annual thing, this Crown Jewel Championship. All these fireworks going off here. Doesn't it make you want to go to Saudi Arabia? I don't think so. And now we're looking at this Bloodline versus Bloodline matchup for tonight. Nia Jax. I wonder how many people really, really want to see Nia Jax just lose every time she's in that ring. I feel like Nia Jax might be one of the most hated people in wrestling, just for her character, the fact that people don't like her in-ring style. All right, now I'm seeing in the ring here. Looks like we've already. Oh no, we're still in the video here. Joe might be back with us.
Did we get our technical problems dealt with?
You sound all right so far. Early on, early diagnosis. Well, you hear that crowd noise right there, though. Don't want to piss off YouTube. Easy, brother. Easy. So we're starting off with a pyro. And I think we're getting Bloodline versus Bloodline as our first matchup here. Oh, I think Joe already froze. Oh, no. What is happening? Oh, he's back.
That's a hell of a match to kick this off with.
Yeah. Monster Slayer. Oh, are we I thought we were getting Bloodline versus Bloodline first. Let's see here. Oh, it is maybe? Let's see. Oh, yeah. So that is it. We are doing the Battle of the Bloodline here first. Joe's out of here. That's all right. I'm going to drink some water. Didn't know I'd be doing this much talking in the beginning. All right, here comes Solo, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu. Now, Tonga Loa is just going to be at ringside for this. Well, you really kind of get a vibe of what the pecking order really is in this Bloodline, huh? Solo, definitely the leader. And then it's Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa kind of carrying up the rear. So what do we think, guys? Who's winning this match here? Who's winning this big 6-man tag? Is it Roman and the Usos? Or is it Jacob Fatu, Tamatanga, and Solo Sikoa? All right, let's see what we got here in the comments here. Matthew, I was hoping this was a closing match. Yeah, Matthew, I get it. You going for OG Bloodline? Yeah, I hear you. I heard somebody say that maybe the OG Bloodline will lose because we're going to set up War Games. I thought that was an interesting theory. But, man, I don't know. It's hard to picture Roman and the Usos losing unless there's another member of the Bloodline that's going to debut tonight and maybe cost him. You know, it's a very big family. A lot of Bloodline wrestlers out there. So I'd like to see Sami Zayn maybe involved, though, too. Very cool. So I'm wondering then, if this match is starting off, I wonder what the closing match is going to be. You know, maybe it's got to be Cody and Gunther, I would think, at this point. See the new Bloodline dancing around the ring right now. I heard that at the pre-show, the Saudi Arabia crowd was chanting NXT. Maybe they're going to bring an NXT show to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I think that might. I don't know what other match they would close with. You know, I don't think like the women's match has been built big enough, and it's 2 heels, so that's why I don't think they would do that. You know, you could do Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, but I think it'll probably be Cody and Gunther. As now I'm watching Roman Reigns and the Usos get ready to come out here. See the crowd holding up the ones. Acknowledge your tribal chief. Hey, I'm down with it. Love me some Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns was the MVP during COVID. Like when everything was, not at its best and it was tough for the crowds. I thought Roman Reigns and this Bloodline storyline was the biggest thing going right then and keeping wrestling entertaining. And then, of course, Sami Zayn getting involved. That was awesome. Cody coming into the picture with WWE and feuding with Roman, and this past year with Seth, The Rock, and everything. And now Roman and this babyface, where everybody just respects him because he's been the man. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool for a guy that wasn't really liked for a long, long time in his career, and people just crapped on, to see him get this kind of love and this kind of respect. He just looks like a star. Let's see Roman and Jimmy here. Now, is Jay out with them? I wonder if Jay's getting a separate entrance. He is getting a separate entrance. Oh. That's pretty cool. You want to make Jey Uso feel like a main event player and a big deal. You have him come out next here. I like it. Jimmy and Jey Uso, the longest reigning tag team champions of all time in WWE. Roman Reigns in the top 4 of all time, which I never thought we'd see anybody close to those kind of title reigns, in the modern era, but it did happen. It'd be interesting to see if Roman ever had like another 4-year run or something before he retired. Now, what do you guys think? Is Roman Reigns, I don't know, maybe about yet, but at some point, he's got to be in the discussion, I think, of Mount Rushmore for like all-time greats. I don't think he'd make mine yet, but he's definitely got to be up there. And he probably might make it by the time he's done. All right, so Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso in the ring. And we're waiting on Jey Uso. Yeet. And it's just really, really cool just to see that Jey Uso is going to come out last here, you know? Hell yeah. Yeet. It was pretty funny to see Roman Reigns say yeet last night. All those times saying no yeet, and now Roman Reigns yeeting. How cool is that? Really kind of milking this entrance here for Jey Uso. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, in the crowd. Interesting. Now, he does this all the time, but I'm trying to think. I don't remember too many entrances in the crowd at these Saudi Arabia events. Hey, what up, G-Bone? 420's here. Gary Spencer, thank you for joining in, man. Hope you enjoy the show. Getting ready for a little Crown Jewel. I don't know what match you're looking forward to the most, but I think a lot of us were talking about, we expected this Bloodline versus Bloodline to main event the show. And this is kind of a match I've been looking forward to the most, but we're kicking off with it. My man, producer Joe's in the wings. He's hoping to get his stuff settled. We'll see how it goes. Maybe third time will be the charm. I know he's still working on it. Let's see. I missed no messages. No, he's working. But all right. Jey Uso got that long walk to the ring. What are we doing here? This is like 116. Yeah, most of this got about 7 minutes worth of entrances here and maybe 9 minutes of video packages. Pretty wild. Now, it's cool to see Jey out here doing his thing with his family again. But I do have to say, I hope that this is like a temporary thing and that we're going to see Jey back in singles soon too, because I feel like just looking at him now, the way the crowd responds to him, that he is just cooking. Like Jey Uso feels like he could be a world title guy, you know, if they chose to do it. And it is wild to see this crowd responding like this in all these arenas, no matter where they go, whether it's in the United States, France, Germany, Saudi Arabia, everybody's dancing with Jey Uso. Yeah, man, I'm loving it too, man. Main event, Jey Uso's in your city. All right. He's trying. He's trying. My man's trying. All right. Jeff is I mean, it's definitely bananas to think that Jey Uso's getting the biggest entrance out of everybody here. You got to imagine behind the scenes, Roman and Jimmy are just, even Solo behind the scenes, have to be really just proud of him. Yeah, we the ones. We the ones. Throw them up.
All right. I'm going to hope that I finally made my way on the other side. I'm not going
I don't know, bro.
to say anything.
I think he's battling his way, but I don't think we've gone to the other side yet.
Yet.
If it smells like fire because he's been through hell. Oh, man. He's tried, folks. That's my partner. Don't usually have these kind of issues, but hey, that's all right. We persevere. Oh, Gary Spencer, I missed this here. I'm definitely looking forward to Tiffy time cashing in to win all 3 titles. Hey, that'd be something, man. Tiffy time in all the gold. Yeah. I like Tiffany Stratton. I hope she does cash in today. That would be pretty cool. No matter who she cashes in on. I'd be excited. I was saying before, I figured we've been setting it up, her cashing in on Nia Jax. But maybe with Rhea Ripley being out with an injury, maybe she'll cash in on Liv Morgan. And yeah, Joe is still having computer problems, but he's trying. He's still in the back. I can see him. He's working on it. You know, he ain't giving up. Looking at my phone, making sure he ain't giving up. He's texting me. It's all over. We lost. Nah, Joe's here. Anybody knows Joe, Joe will fight through it. That's my man. Shout out to Joe, who's still fighting the computer problems. We the ones, producer Joe. We the ones. We them boys. All right. Looks like we're going to be kicking off here with Tama Tonga and Jey Uso. I got to say, like, in the ring, I do like Tama Tonga. He's definitely way better than Tonga Loa. But, yeah, Jey Uso is just on another level right now. All right, Tama Tonga working over Jey. Start things off aggressively, kicking him down. Hold on, guys. I'll take a little minute here. All right, brother. I hear you. Hold on. No, I don't. Okay. All right. I'll see you in a bit, brother. I'll be back. All right. I'll see you. I will say the comments. Bye. All right, guys. So this just in. Producer Joe is on his way to my house. He's got to get gas, so he's going to join me probably in the next 25 minutes. So, all right, Gary Spencer. Today's rumor roundup says we'll see the return of the man and the queen and Bliss. Ooh, interesting. I like to see Alexa Bliss back. It's been a long time. Love how the crowd is yelling OTC. Yeah, it's definitely cool. Definitely cool to see all the respect and love Roman's getting these days. Now Jimmy Uso in there, working in with Tama Tonga. Tama Tonga working down. Oh, here comes Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu, man. I'll tell you what, this guy's money. Like, this guy is going to be possibly in that main event picture for a long time to come eventually. If he doesn't get injured or, has any problems, I can see him just being a big-time player. Because he's just got it. He's got that star potential. I love that face-off Jacob Fatu had with Braun Breaker on Monday Night Raw a little while back. Oh, here we go. The Usos now working together over Fatu. Oh, super kick to the midsection. Oh, look at Jimmy and Jay. They're feeling it. Boom. Tama Tonga. That clothesline over Tama Tonga. Oh, Solo quick to get out of there. So you got Roman celebrating on the ringside. Roman saying they don't want none of this. Yeah, this is really cool to see the OG bloodline working together tonight. And they are ruling the ring right now. You gotta love it. All right. Checking in on here. Thanks for people tuning in tonight or in the afternoon. Afternoon wrestling. I like it. Looks like, okay, Tama Tonga's tagged back in. And Jey Uso with the deep arm drag. And that's my boy, partner, producer Joe. He's on his way. He's on his way. Solo big man. Yeah, he ain't happy. Oh, Roman Reigns, he wants that tag. Look at him. Asking for that tag. Tag that big hand. Oh, J tagged in Jimmy. I think they're just teasing a little dissension here, but I think they're good. Jimmy and Jay having a little talk here. Roman looking at him. Huh. Interesting. Now, Tama Tonga working over Jimmy Uso. Working over that leg. Yeah, they're teasing a little problems here, but I don't buy it. You know, I think everything's going to be fine with the Usos and Roman. Oh, man, Jacob Fatu laying in that offense on Jimmy. Jacob Fatu, boom! Crashing in on the court. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're on the same page. These guys are going to be all right. We didn't just bring back the OG bloodline to break them up. All right, so Sikoa about to enter the ring now. So staring down Jay and Roman while he works over Jimmy. Poor Jimmy getting the beat down right now. Oh, Jimmy just getting beat down. And Solo. I always forget Solo and the Usos are brothers. So, Tama Tonga with the boot to the face on poor Jimmy. And Jimmy in that bad way right now. You know Jimmy's going to need to make that tag. Oh, here's Tama Tonga. Slithering. Almost Randy Orton-like. Tama Tonga. What's he looking for here? Big splash. No one home. Producer Joe can't believe he's missing this match. This is one he was probably most excited for. Yeah, I get it. I'm shocked that they started off with this match too. Oh, look at Jay. Fire it up. He's a little, almost like a tribute to The Rock there with those right hands. Oh, Tama catches it. Boom! Jay comes back with a kick to the face. Jey Uso firing up now. Oh, hip attack in the corner. Thomas pinned, and he kicks out at 2.5. Now, I got to think that Jay at some point is going to tag in Roman here. And that's when all hell's going to break loose. Oh, in the eyes. Oh, Tama Tonga. Now Jacob Fatu and big Samoan drop on Jey Uso. Oh, big senton splash. Jacob Fatu yelling at Jimmy, yelling at Roman, talking that trash. Now choking out Jay. All right, so now Jey Uso's the one getting beat down here in the corner. Was Jimmy for a bit. And we haven't seen Roman in this match yet even. He was teased. But look at Solo mocking Jey Uso's dance. Now, here's a question for people in the chat, too. How long before we get Paul Heyman back? You know, we've all talked about The Rock. We talk about when Sami Zayn's coming in, this and that. But what about Paul Heyman? When does Paul return? I feel like it's got to be before War Games. All right, as Jey Uso continues to get beat down here in the corner. Jacob Fatu back in with a big right hand. Jacob Fatu. Yeah, so you're thinking same thing, War Games. Yeah. Or he'll return at War Games, maybe. Yeah. See, I was thinking maybe he'll be the strategist for War Games, but yeah, it could be that. It could be right that night, too. Maybe Paul comes down there and hopefully Paul doesn't turn on them. You never know with Paul Heyman, right? Paul's that guy that you think you know what he's going to do and he's on the OG side, but then, you know, you never know with Paul Heyman. Jacob Fatu now with a big suplex and Tama Tonga coming in. Big splash in the corner. Oh, wow. Look at these two working as a team. Tama Tonga talking trash to Roman and Jimmy. Oh, now tag back into Solo. Quick tags in and out. Classic tag team wrestling by the bad guys here. All right, Solo. Oh, Jey Uso firing back on Solo. Jacob, Tama. He's fighting all of them, trying to get out of the corner. Oh, Solo cuts it off. Tag into Tama. Ooh, Thomas cheap shots Jimmy. Just talks trash to Roman. All right. Tama talking trash now. Jay is down. Oh, Jay fires back with a jawbreaker and a clothesline. Tama Tonga getting turned inside out. Now Jey Uso's got to make that tag. Jimmy's down. You got to tag Roman here. Roman has not been in this match yet. Roman's on the apron. He's fired up. He wants this tag. And there you go. Jay dives for it. Roman is in this match now. Oh, and Solo got tagged in. So it's Roman and Solo. They're squaring off. They're looking at each other, staring each other down. The intensity of both these guys. You got to give it up. Oh, and here we go. They're trading blows back and forth. Roman, Solo, Roman. Roman starting. Oh, no. Solo fires back. Roman fires back again. Back and forth with these punches. Oh, yeah, big shot by Roman. Oh, and Solo with the headbutt, though. And Roman fires back with a clothesline now. Another clothesline by Roman Reigns. Roman, fires back with a big clothesline. Yeah, I've been waiting for this too, man. Oh, Solo. And, kind of a rock bottom there. He didn't go all the way down with it, but Roman hitting a rock variation of the rock bottom on Solo. He's got that big finger up. We the ones. What's he setting up for? Maybe a spear? He's in that corner. It's got to be spear or Superman punch. Ah, he's calling for that Superman punch. Roman in the corner, getting ready, savoring the moment here. And Solo, Solo caught him. Solo caught him there. No, Roman reverses. There's the big Superman punch. Acknowledge the tribal chief. All right, Roman now looks like he's going to set up for that spear like we thought maybe earlier. Oh, look at his eyes. He's ready. He's waiting. He wants it. The big spear. Ooh-ah. And, oh no, Solo kicks him right in the face. And a Samoan spike. Oh, okay. We got a save there. To me, it looked like Solo got the pin. Oh, Jimmy. Kick. That looked like a 3 to me, but I don't have the audio on. I know the ref's not calling it, so. Jacob Fatu, jumping DDT. Oh, man. Now it's going to be Jay and Jacob in the ring. Jey Uso super kicks Jacob. Super kicks him again. Oh, super kicks Solo. Super kicks Jacob off the ropes. Now dives through the ropes on Jacob Fatu. Oh, Jacob Fatu catches him and headbutts him. Both men are down. Roman looking at his cousin, making sure he's okay. Big Superman punch on Solo. Now Roman back to that corner, maybe trying for that spear again. He didn't get it before, but back second. Oh, here comes Tama Tonga. Oh, the ref goes down. Tama Tonga literally got thrown in the ref. Tonga low on the apron. He gets Superman punched. Jacob catches Roman with a headbutt, though. And then, Jacob just throws his whole body into Roman. Wow, nicely done. Jacob on the top. Oh, jumping moonsault by Jacob Fatu. Now going back on the ropes. Jacob diving on Roman.
Oh, we are here, man.
Oh, wow. All right, so everybody's down. Producer Joe just joined me, so if I missed anything. Roman out here. He's struggling. Looks like, Samoan spike. Solo Sikoa. He gets a second spike. He's got the pin. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Wow. Holy crap. Solo Sikoa pinning Roman Reigns. I did not see that coming. I know Matthew Duran. Yeah, Matthew Duran is not happy about that. Yeah. I'm with you, Matthew. I'm going to say they get him back at War Games, man. Stay patient. But, yeah. Producer Joe was here. He just got here in time just to see that.
I may need you to slide. Yep. To the right.
Right. To the right.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Put in the headphones so you can hear yourself.
Yeah.
Shit.
Here we go. The gang's back together. Yeah. Slip that over to the captain here.
This doesn't fuck us if this closes too much, does it?
I don't think so.
So I started a little early, and I realized I was having computer issues during like the little pre-show I was doing.
Yeah.
And I was hoping it was going to hold on. It did not. We got the post-match beatdown.
Post-match beatdown. Yeah, Jimmy getting it now. All the Tongans are in the ring here. Tama, Tongaloa, Jacob Fatu, Solo. Oh, man, they're bringing Roman outside here.
No, it's really the beatdown on Roman here.
Yeah. I got to wonder, are we going to get a save?
That's what I was thinking. And who makes the save? Is it The Rock? Is it Sami Zayn?
I think Sami Zayn would be the guy. I don't think it's going to be Rock. I feel like Rock's going to be with. Oh, here comes Jay. Jay trying to fight him off. And now Jay's going to get in the ring.
Now, is Jacob Solo and who is it, Tama Tonga during this?
Yeah, Tonga Loa was on the outside. He's joining in on the beatdown right now, though, obviously. Oh, okay. So now everybody's in the ring. Sammy coming for the save.
It's almost like I brought the computer problems with me or the connection issues.
Here comes Sami Zayn. He's not going to take any of Joe's crap. Sami Zayn is here for the
fuck your computer issues.
Look at me. I ain't give a shit about your computer. I'm here to help. This is my family. Oh, man.
All right.
Oh, Solo
trying to work out
a deal. Solo's like, hey, man, this ain't your problem. We could be cool. We could be blood. Join us. We'll treat you right. Not like that last guy. All right? Remember they beat you down in front of your wife? Come on, man. But you know, Sammy, him and Jay been boys forever. He's not going to let that happen.
Man, like this guy in the front row, not even watching the event, just watching his camera take a picture of him. He's dialed in.
He's dialed in. He loves it. He's living life. Oh, Sammy. Look at it. Got that smile on his face. You know better than that. Sammy ain't going to join that. Oh!
No! I was worried for a second. I saw the hug.
The big exploder slam. Oh, Jacob Fatu. Messed up, boy.
Jacob Fatu had to be kind of that guy that was going to take him down there.
Oh, but now look at this. Roman and Jay back in, and Jimmy. So here we go.
Jacob 4 on 4. Outside.
Roman's like, get out of the ring, you piece of trash. Like, all right, you want to stay there? Fine. Oh, man. Solo left in the ring with everybody.
And let's see, Dave, do you just want to slide over a little more to the right?
A little more, yeah. We're going to risk it all here, folks.
Gotta wonder, will we see a debut here? I'm feeling like we're gonna see one. You got Solo is the one that's cornered now.
Yeah, I don't.
Knocking each other. Sammy hit Roman just because Solo got out of the way just in time. All right, and that's the big thing, kind of.
So that's gonna be the big thing leading into. You gotta feel like this is leading into War Games now.
Yeah, is there going to be some kind of distrust with Sammy?
Oh, and Jimmy's like, what the hell is that?
See, it's interesting the twists and turns this story has taken over the years. You know, because we had the distrust with him, and then they won him over.
Yeah. And it's funny because Jimmy was the one who accepted Sammy in the beginning, but he was quick to bail on him, whereas Jay took forever, and then Jay, of course... Jay and him are still boys.
I wonder what the crowd reaction is. You know, because Sammy always gets a big reaction in Saudi Arabia. But, I mean, Roman's one of the biggest stars of the company.
It was interesting to see, I don't know if you noticed everything going on, that Jey Uso actually came out last for his team. And he got the biggest reaction.
Yeah, coming from the top of that stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that, and I was wondering, like, how much security do they put around him for that moment?
It's interesting. Yeah, I think about that, too. Like, I feel like over the years now, these Saudi Arabian crowds are starting to look a little different, right? Like, it's a more of a relaxed atmosphere in there. You're seeing more of the people. Like, if you go back to those early shows, it felt like more of, like, a lot of, like, the people that had money were in the shows.
Like, almost like the higher-ups of anybody around.
Yeah. Whereas now it looks like people that actually live in Saudi Arabia or vacationing are the ones like in that crowd.
Yeah, you see a lot more kids. It looked like some older people in there. It's always great to have a PLE in a different country because you get the different look of not only the crowd, but also of Matthew Danduran set up for War Games 100%. And I saw G-Bone 420 in here earlier.
Yeah,
that was right around the time.
Yeah, he was.
Gary Spencer, thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Shouted him out. I didn't know him, but I thought like he may have known you. Maybe you guys were legendary from the way back.
Oh, no, he came to us from TikTok. He is actually from Maine. Gary Spencer saying that match was crap.
Yeah, I hear you.
It will be the one I go back and watch, but I mean, that ending kind of felt a little flat, I thought.
Well, I'd have to go back, but it felt like Solo had actually pinned him earlier. Like there was some kind of rescue.
Actually, I was thinking of the post-match beatdown. Like to me, that just felt like, I don't know. I want to go back and watch this as a whole because I feel like driving over kind of threw everything off.
I mean, I feel like we're just setting up War Games here.
Women's tag match coming up next.
I gotta think that Bianca and Jade are gonna hold on to this.
I mean, you would like to think, but you've got, Lash and her partner coming up from NXT. What kind of a mark would it be to bring that there? And obviously a title change over there would be huge. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven have been featured great as well, I think, too.
I mean, I think Bianca and Jade are going to hold it until they're going to break up.
Okay.
That's what I'm guessing. Maybe that's the time. Maybe now's the time.
And then losing that title will be kind of the reason for the breakup.
Right. And then I think Jade is actually going to probably go heel, is my guess.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah. All right.
Joe Tessitore sitting down with Gunther here.
How do we feel about Joe Tessitore? I find him okay. I mean, you know what I mean? He's not, I don't say like he's like an all-time great, but from some of the other new commentators we had over the years, I don't find him like one way or the other overbearing or anything. He seems like he's generally passionate and, he tries to prep each week.
Yeah, I don't mind him at all.
Yeah.
Obviously he's learning with it. Gary Spencer here. Next match better be Green Niven for the win.
Oh.
I like that. I like when we have somebody that has like a pick that you necessarily wouldn't expect because, I mean, Chelsea Green has been featured a lot. I wouldn't be necessarily surprised. Matthew Danduran saying Joe Tessitore is not Michael Cole.
No, Michael Cole's been on fire ever since Vince left.
Definitely. It's good to hear him, on his own there.
I'll be interested. I might go back to watch a sit-down interview just to see how Joe does with this with Gunther. Because, when I think of sit-down interviews, I always think of Jim Ross, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sticks with him to this day, but, I mean, the last couple with him just haven't hit the mark like they used to.
Oh, no. But, like, when I think of, like, his ones in the past, like when he started AEW and even in the past during the Attitude Era, once he's had with Triple H and Mick Foley, those legendary ones with Mick Foley as Mankind, where he kind of morphed into the babyface after a couple weeks. Let's see Cody Rhodes here with Kathy Kelly on the bus. Matthew is going for Jade and Bianca. So we got a couple people here with different opinions.
If I'm gonna make an official pick, now that we're here, we didn't do a preview show for this at all, did we?
I don't remember if we picked or not.
I don't believe we did. Obviously, there's certain matches. This one, I mean, I really like the possibility of them bringing those titles to NXT, so I got to go with Lash Legend and is it Jakara Jackson?
Yeah.
Okay, nailed that.
Io Sky got the victory last night. You know what? I will be different, even though I think Jade and Bianca are going to win, because everybody has picked somebody else. I will go with Io Sky and Carly Singh. So everybody's got some love here, because Gary's got Green and Niven. Matthew's got Jade and Bianca. You'll have Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson, and I will take the geniuses of the sky, Carly Singh and Io Sky. So we'll see what happens.
Replaying this interview, I believe this was on the pre-show.
I'm taking Gunther tonight, by the way, too. I think there's going to be interference, and I think he's going to surprise everybody and beat Cody.
Yeah, on the TikTok live earlier, there was talk of Goldberg coming out and costing the match, and then on top of that, Brock Lesnar coming out as well. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, that'd be wild. I think Nia's going to beat Liv. I think they'll continue with the dominance there. Will we get a Tiffany Stratton cash in? Gary said
highly, yeah.
Gary,
he was probably the one that said it in the TikTok this morning.
He's hoping he cashes to get all 3 belts. So, I don't know if you could do that with the Crown Jewel Championship, but
that would be interesting.
Yeah. What else we got? Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. I think that's going to be an interesting match there because there was something last night on SmackDown. I'm sure you noticed it where Randy Orton kind of glances at Cody Rhodes' belt. So I feel like we're setting up long term for Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton. But right now it's Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
So like, how do we get from that point? So I feel like Owens is going to do something to cheat and maybe hurt Randy Orton tonight, but we'll see.
Yeah, recording schedule has been off the last couple weeks, so that's probably why we didn't do a preview for this. We will be doing a review, though.
Yeah.
And it may look very similar to what you're seeing right now.
Yeah, getting a lot of time in this room tonight. All right.
May have to get some kind of food break in.
I had little tacos before we started the show. But I'm open to order some pizza or something. So
I had a smoothie and I was, watching the first half of Saturday night's main event and getting my notes down.
I'm gonna do some real life question here from the fans. They can just listen in. You don't happen to have a like an air compressor for your tires on you?
On me, no.
Okay, that's fine. I can go to the gas station, but I never really know like exactly how much. You know what I mean? I like to know how much air I'm putting in sometimes. It's a guessing game. Yeah. So one of the tires on the front of the bread truck is a little low, and never usually fill it up with air, but it's the only vehicle I got right now. So,
what's your go-to gas station for air?
I think I'm gonna use that one right down the road. That is it Extra Mart?
With Dunkin' Donuts in it?
Nope.
Going out to the right. You guys are getting some real Plainfield talk.
Yeah. Going out to the right, and it'll be on the left. Not the one on the right, but on the left.
Okay.
Yeah. As we see now, what is she holding in there? Is that like a giant lollipop wand? What is that? Do we have any idea?
That's a good ass question.
Mm-hmm. So we got damage control in the ring.
You can't bring that lollipop over to Saudi Arabia. You know what it's gonna do to these poor boys. Give you a pom-pom, make everybody question it.
Yeah. What? How do you say it? Jakara Jackson?
I think so.
Yeah. Jakara Jackson.
I didn't even 100% know her name. I was kind of guessing.
Yeah, Last Legend. I know Last Legend. And it was funny because John Pollock on Post Wrestling was saying, I think it was that one. No, it was Brian Alvarez on Wrestling Observer was saying that he thought Jackson was actually kind of short. But it turns out she's just short next to Last Legend.
Yeah.
Last Legend's so big.
Former WNBA player.
Yeah. I would not be upset if Niven and Green won this too. So I do believe Jordan Grace is NXT Super. I think you're right. I don't know. We haven't seen anything like officially announced, but I feel like she's part of NXT now. She dropped that TNA Knockouts Women's Championship, and she made that big appearance this past week on NXT. And now she's going to be at the ECW Arena show in that 10-woman tag match.
Yeah, that wasn't surprising. We had a feeling that dropping that Impact Championship that she would make another appearance in NXT. I don't know if it's official yet, but it wouldn't be a bad move.
No. And what a women's roster on NXT right now, right? With the former Delta, Zarya now, and Julia, Roxanne Perez, Stephanie Vaquer, Jordan Grace. Like, that's just
and then look at the women they've been building up. Yeah. Sol Ruka, Nikita Lyons, Fallon Henley, Kalani Jackson.
Kalani Jordan. All right. Cora Jade.
Yeah, like a lot of names. And there's not too many women's divisions you can go down the list with and get that many names.
Also, Loa Vice too, and Jada Parker.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's always interesting the outfits that the ladies have to come out in Saudi Arabia. Sometimes it's an outfit that, it kind of works with them.
Yeah, like
And
Bianca,
then,
I feel like yeah.
And then there's times where like almost Piper Niven, where it looks like we're just trying to cover up as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bianca Jade definitely made it work here though.
I like that we're getting more women on the show. It seems like each time they go to Saudi Arabia, they're able to feature more.
I mean, we got literally a four teams tag match here.
And a female ref in there.
A female ref, and we still have Liv Morgan and Nia Jackson.
Yeah.
And Raquel Rodriguez and Tiffany Stratton are probably going to be around there somewhere. So, yeah, this
12
is the most
women on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the reason for doing it is to make Saudi Arabia seem more progressive.
Yeah.
And maybe it is. I've never been over there, but.
So, Last Legend is definitely the biggest woman in this match, still, right?
I believe so.
I mean, looking in the corner, she looks.
I want to get. I want to see her compared
with Jade. Because I feel like Jade.
It looks like Lash has it by a little bit. I can't tell if it's the hair.
Height wise, obviously, Piper.
God, almost. I mean, Jade almost looks.
Yeah.
It's definitely a toss up between those two.
There's some big, powerful looking women in here. You know, Piper Niven, obviously a different body type, but she's strong. We've seen that. And then you got Bianca, we got Jade, and now Last Legend. It's interesting. You know, you got Chelsea Green, who's more of that character, right? And then you got the two aerial artists out there, Kairi Sane and Io Sky.
Okay, is this Io Sky starting it off with Bianca Belair?
Io pinned Bianca last night on SmackDown, too. Also, look at that. There's a sign outside for Joe Hendry. How cool was that? I also thought
that was a smooth move there, getting out of that.
I also thought I saw a sign for that guy who's like a TikTok wrestling star there, Zippy Sammy or whatever. You know what I'm probably talking about.
Oh, Mr. Santa's app?
Yeah, I think I saw that sign up there. Very good. You knew his name.
Sammy Zippy.
Yeah,
you know him.
Zippy doo-dah. Zippity day.
I thought you were going to say TikTok superstar, Working Fans Podcast. Nah, we ain't shit.
We'll get there.
We get some people in, yeah.
We'll get there.
We had a good group of people that joined us earlier that were very excited to talk about Crown Jewel.
Ooh.
Maybe if I wasn't fucking around on TikTok, I would have known that my computer wasn't going to hold up.
I think it was the afternoon show. Usually you have a little more time. You always tell me how you go through everything during the day for,
Yeah, trying to keep as little things running as possible. Yeah. I noticed that there's not a lot of free room on the computer, so I might have to free that up.
Oh, Chelsea
Big
Green.
Slap to Chelsea Green.
Getting smacked, bitch. We say that.
Yeah, who gonna stop us? Saudi Arabia loves it. They're screaming it in the crowd.
Oh, Bianca, get one to Piper. Oh, take another one, Piper. Oh, here's another one, Piper. You hungry? Here, take one more.
I love how they work as a team. They're they're a good, kind of. They can have their comedy spots.
Yeah.
But both character, like Chelsea Green has always nailed it character wise. I think it's a little more interesting to see the character come out of Piper Niven.
Absolutely.
Because she wasn't going to get the chance under Vince. And I was speaking earlier about the possibility of Brock coming back. How interesting is it going to be if we see Brock Lesnar in a WWE not controlled by Vince? How will he be booked? How will the presentation be?
Yeah. Oh.
Using Chelsea to take down Piper there.
What are you talking about too with Piper? Like, she seems like she's got to step up a little bit since Vince is gone. Clearly some people have been really noticeable, like Gunther. I'm interested to see long-term if Randy Orton actually gets into a feud with Cody Rhodes. What's a veteran Randy Orton with no, restrictions on him against Cody Rhodes look like? I feel like that's a storyline they're both going to sink their teeth in.
Yeah, I think Randy's been knocking it out of the park lately.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh, and here we see them sizing up each other, Lash and Jade.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. The hair really makes it difficult to see who's got the advantage.
Well, I do know Lash Legend did body slam Otis once.
Oh, wow.
That was on NXT. So, oh,
yeah, she's definitely got the strength. She's getting better at wrestling, but you can still tell like she's new.
Jakara Jackson kind of gives me Mystique vibes in this outfit right now.
Yeah, I can see that. Whipping Chelsea Green into that corner.
Oh, now tags the Lash Legend. Chelsea getting caught. What are we looking here for? Maybe a big suplex, and that's going to be a big suplex. There's a nip up.
And doing it while facing off, pointing at Jade Cargill. Yeah. So we know what the real kind of matchup is.
We're setting it up, yeah. It's interesting to see these ladies from NXT coming up, and they've been really pushed to the spotlight already.
Yeah, it's been a good – I mean, they are – you do need to fill out that tag division.
And there's a reminder on the screen still to come. Seth Rollins versus Big Bronson Reed. Now, that's a match that I've been excited because of the way it's been built.
This is one thing that I've been loving that WWE has done. They tell you what you've missed, and then they also kind of tell you what's to come as well. Yeah. Sorry, Dave. Trying to adjust myself in the frame here because I know I'm going to be looking. I know I'm going to be looking over later like, oh, you should have just had Dave move over so you can get in there.
Yeah. Do whatever you need. Fun, footloose, fancy-free here.
Big kick to the face there.
Normally, I have my phone down when we do these sometimes because I like to see if there's anything I'm missing. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. To see kind of, but I was like, we don't have time for this today.
we had to call an audible. Did not expect the technical problems, and especially since we had the live watch along going, we wanted to keep this thing on.
Yeah, I appreciate it because see, Joe's done watch alongs by himself before too, but Joe is better. He'll know what I'm saying at conserving what he has to say sometimes. I am like a heavyweight fighter who just goes all out in that first round, and I will gas quick. And I was like, well,
that was not a smooth move there from. Ooh, I don't want to get canceled from guessing the wrong one. I'm gonna say Io Sky.
Yeah, Io Sky's in the ring right now.
Oh, thank God they got their names on them.
Yeah,
it's almost like they knew there'd be an issue.
Yeah, you and Carlito, look out.
Yeah, that's the tough thing when doing a live watch along. It's you got to realize you're going to be doing a lot of talking and you're kind of in it for the long haul.
Oh, yeah.
When I was doing the botched pre-show today, I was, playing commercials, realizing it didn't work. And, it's definitely a different lane to learn.
Kyrie Sane trying to Piper Niven with a big sit-out power bomb. Oh, here comes Bianca.
Off the top rope. Oh, very nice.
Just like her husband there. Tez. Boom. Oh, she just got jumped and kicked in the face by Lash Legend. And
that might be one of the best things I've seen Lash Legend do in this match.
Here comes Jade.
That looked, the big face-off.
Big face-off sitting up. She's like, come on, baby. What you got? You ain't got nothing on me.
I'm going to whoop that ass.
Oh, you bitch.
Slaps her back.
Oh.
Responding with a big fist.
And they are laying into each other here. Wonder who would win a real fight between these two.
Oh, that's a good question. You would think Jade.
I would think Jade, just because the fitness model and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but Lash is
she's athletic as well. You can tell that.
Look at Piper Niven climbing the top rope here. What the heck is going on with her? Oh no! Look out!
On both of them. And Chelsea Green, trying to steal that pin there.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Very smart move from both those ladies, just rolling right out.
Jade rolls out. Chelsea's freaking out.
It's your fucking fault.
I feel much more comfortable about...
Hell yeah, we made it, Gary.
I feel much more comfortable about watching the woman refereeing this than when I watched Saturday night's main event and went back and they were showing video of an old woman referee in a match, and I was like, uh-oh.
Everything about that segment was
great. We'll talk about that on the future episode. Review of Saturday night's main event coming up.
Season 1, episode 3 from 1985.
We didn't know we were going to be watching the Scandal episode, but Yeah, there were some people in there, and I'm like, oh, uh-oh. All right, here comes Kairi Sane.
Oh, we expected the high flying there. Right? Saudi Arabia is really getting a show from these ladies.
Now here comes Io Sky, the genius of the sky. What are we going to do? Oh,
Big
wipes
moves,
out
though.
everybody. We got ladies in the audience, too, now.
Hell yeah. Get a shot of them. Make us look good.
Piper and Chelsea needs to win. Oh, look at Jakara Jackson on top of Lash Legend. Holy crap.
Oh, she made it, though.
She did. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, here goes and Bianca.
Oh, up and over.
Go out. Ooh, that was a nasty.
All the ladies have spilled to the outside.
Yeah,
now.
Who's left? Usually there's somebody left here. Is there anybody left? No, they're all
No,
out.
that's what's making. I'm looking at this now. I'm like, there's no like. I mean, if you had to give it to anybody, it looks like Io Sky climbing away here, so her team has the best advantage for possibly winning this.
Yeah.
You know, everybody else is kind of, and just like Matthew Danduran is saying, everyone is down.
Everyone is down.
Yeah, because sometimes in this moment you would see kind of, all right, we're getting.
Oh, Jade and Chelsea.
I could see this being the end here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Io Sky.
Oh, coming in to break it up. I'm loving this. Right when I thought it could end, we're seeing that it's not over. That's making me wonder, could it be somebody else?
Oh, Bianca.
Other than Jade and Bianca winning here.
Bianca firing up on everybody.
Now that I see these ladies in the match, I do not think that the NXT ladies really have much of a chance of bringing it home.
Yeah, like I said, I think Bianca and Jade are still the favorites, but
could it be the pick? Could Dave get it right with the pick that he did not want to make? Loving that wrestle emoji there.
Wrestling.
Arguably the biggest women's match they've had in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, definitely in terms of most people.
What do you think has been the most important one? Because I can't even. I'm trying to think of past women's matches over there.
Nothing's gonna.
You know, obviously, I'm sure having the women's championship over there was big.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Oh, Last Legend. Nope.
That wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
Oh! Tucked her right on her head. Get out of the ring. Oh, Chelsea.
Lung blower there.
Whoa. Niven. Oh, God. That looked painful.
Piper Niven's laid on her feet, though.
Oh, watch out. Here comes.
Okay, we're getting Piper Niven in there against Jade. Holding her up.
Oh, no. Oh, no. This isn't going to work so well. Oh, Piper.
Oh, she didn't see it coming. Well, we can tell who's not winning the match.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Gary. That's not looking good here.
Here comes Piper. Let's get it. Oh, she got all of it.
Oh, no. Oh, Piper. This is pretty impressive. I hope.
Notice Bianca made the tag in there.
Yeah. Jade's like, hurry up.
Ow!
Doomsday device. 1, 2, 3.
Hell yeah.
What a rush. Sorry, Gary, but I got to tell you, I was impressed with Piper Niven and Chelsea Green in that match. I actually impressed with a lot of the ladies in that match. Everybody looked pretty good. That was way more enjoyable than I thought I was going to enjoy. I enjoyed a lot that big time.
I think having the 4 teams in there, Matthew Danduran called it.
Yes, you did, buddy. Yeah, that was the one I wanted to pick, but I thought let's be fun, let's be different. And as Joe said, the pick I didn't even want. Were they going to do it? No, they weren't going to do it.
I thought for sure that the NXT women had a good chance of it just because I felt like that could be a big spectacle. And especially with the 2300 arena being this week, having those championships make their way down there.
I like the sequence of the end, though. Piper Niven and Chelsea Green looked great until they didn't. And then it was still like the end of that match I thought was just excellent. Bianca and Jade rolling, and I guess the big question will be who will eventually get these tag titles off of them. You know, is there a team that's going to come up?
What if it's Stephanie Vicker and Julia?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't be upset
Continue
about that.
them as a team.
You know, what about what if we put Zarya and Jordan Grace together?
That would be interesting, and another big team in there.
Yeah.
Now, Dave, I'm going to attempt to tilt your camera to see if maybe we can.
Be very careful with that TV, though.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, Dave.
Oh, man, Joe, trying to do some construction here. Tilt it just a little bit. Oh, you're watching this live, folks. Watch my man's hand. Watch my man's hand. The CW. We're looking at the CW here. Actually, we're looking right at the Royal Rumble. Getting ready for the Royal Rumble. I wonder.
We'll just have to adjust that when we go back to Dave recording solo.
Yeah. I'm riding solo. Who will win the Royal Rumble this year, huh?
That's a very good question. We are watching
February 1st, too. That's the latest Royal Rumble there's ever been.
Wow, we are watching a commercial right now. So, Dave, I think it's time.
Take a little commercial
One
break.
of our favorite commercials.
Sure.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store. Matthew Danduran, I think, has Cody winning that Royal Rumble. What is one interesting thing to me is them just showing the city of Riyadh over there.
Yeah.
Because I was saying earlier, I don't know, it probably broke up during the pre-show, but you think of, Middle Eastern city, you don't necessarily think of something that looks like a New York, Los Angeles. They're showing the WWE experience here over there.
I mean, they have definitely put some money into this to get to like a destination spot. It is interesting to see. They've definitely put a lot of money in WWE, mixed martial arts, boxing. Smart, it's definitely a way to lure people over, and they got the money to do it. Yeah.
Okay, looks like we are getting our next match here: Seth Rollins versus Bronson Reed.
Yes. And we still got 3 more matches after this?
Yeah, I believe so.
It's interesting because we're a little over an hour here, and I'm surprised because normally I feel like we flow a little faster than that on these WWE shows. But
you're getting a lot of video packages as well. I think they're trying to give them, like a full event there. Like, they want to make it feel like WrestleMania. And we're also getting a lot of these like tourism videos that they
also too. We started off with the Bloodline 6-man main event, and those entrances were a little longer too. So.
Yeah, very good point.
Matthew, he's got Seth for the win here. Joe, you agree with that, or?
I feel Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
To continue to put him over as a monster. Maybe, Bronson Reed gets the win. Braun Strowman comes out again. I don't know. I don't think you need to return to that feud, but it's kind of what can you do to continue making Bronson Reed look like this world beater?
I feel like he needs to win more.
Yeah. And I mean, if Seth Rollins wins, it's not gonna destroy how people view Bronson Reed, I don't think.
It is interesting. I just realized too, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk are both missing from the show right now since that Hell in a Cell.
Oh, very interesting.
So I'm trying to think of like who the future challengers for Gunther are going to be. People speculating about Goldberg, Lesnar, but I mean, I feel like CM Punk could be a guy too when he comes back.
Yeah, that's very possible. I'm checking over our numbers real quick here.
Let everybody know. We them boys.
I mean, we'll keep the early returns to ourselves. We had a bigger expectation for a WWE show because WWE shows always seem to, get that viewership. Here we got a video covering the chaos of those matches between those monsters.
Afternoon ones tend to be a little lighter, though.
Yep.
I remember the Australian show early in the morning did not do as well as we had hoped.
No.
Yeah, that was like a 5 a.m.
That's the real tough one.
Yeah.
The day shows, a lot of the problems are if people are working.
Yeah. Or just out on a Saturday doing stuff with their family and everything.
Yeah.
Too. Like one of the guys who would pop in from TikTok, James there, he tends to join us for those day shows, but they're always usually the Saturday night shows.
Yeah.
Like that, So I think
there was a couple people on the TikTok live talking about they have to work. And I was like,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Like that's why it works so perfectly for me. Cause it's like, I'm off on a day like this. If I were working, this would be about the time I'd be getting ready to leave and head into work.
Yeah, WWE Bad Blood was our biggest watch along ever, but that was a Saturday night show.
Yep. And just, I feel like that CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre brought a lot of people in for that. They wanted to see how that played out.
I really enjoyed that pay-per-view just because of the way they focused on a lot of legends that were there that night too. Like, it was very well done. Now, here's the only thing I would say. I was thinking Bronson Reed leading into this, but he did kind of get the better of Seth Rollins here, leaving him laying out. So they made it a point to keep him looking very strong going into this. And he obviously was the one to put Seth out for a while. So you could make the argument they want Seth to probably get his win back here at some point. But I'm with you. Again, I don't think it hurts Seth if he takes a loss here.
I like this big stadium entrance for Seth Rollins here.
Seth, he's the kind of guy that he could take some losses and could end up winning the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Yeah. Cody mentioned on an interview I saw how Seth is the man and how his knee was shattered when he was taking that spear from Roman at WrestleMania 40 as when Rock and everybody was in the ring and all that. Yeah.
Wow.
That was on the Fragrant podcast, Andrew Schultz.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cody was on there recently.
I just watched it. Yeah. He was on probably the last 2-3 days.
All right. That's very interesting. I might have to check that out. I don't often watch Flagrant, but
it was interesting. They used the word fake a few times and he joked around. He's like, because they'd used another word afterwards. He's like, I like that word better. He's like, I don't know if you see me cringe every time he said that. And he talked about getting into fights when he was a kid over that word. And he said his dad didn't really help things. His dad used to go to like the pool, like in the town, and everything like they had like the back in the old days, the pool where everybody could go to down, and Dusty would go out there in his wrestling tights and gear, and I guess do a big diving board just to draw attention, do like a perfect dive, and
I could see that Dusty being Dusty, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting how Cody has taken that spirit and kind of brought that into the 21st century.
And it was interesting because they talked about him being like the host, Andrew Schultz, asked him about being that good guy, being that white meat babyface. And are you the first guy, since Hulk Hogan really, who's been like this accepted as a good guy? And Cody said, yeah, as of now. He says, but I take it day by day. He says, if you look at the way I dress with the suits and everything, he says, I kind of look more like a heel.
Yeah.
So he said, we'll just take it day by day.
I mean, what really helped is just that big return after making his name elsewhere. He left the WWE as, lower mid card.
Yeah. And I think that's the other thing he said too, was that he kind of grew up in front of the audience's eyes.
Seth for the win. Matthew Dan Duran is predicting here.
And here comes Big Bronson Reed. And I got to say, he's been one of the bright spots of this past summer. Like, just the way they've brought him up. Like, once he did that attack on Seth, he's really been elevated, I thought, really well. Him and Strowman. Here comes Seth.
That's how excited he is to get this fight started.
Yeah, I love it.
I mean, it kicked off the summer, and then you continued from that to Braun Strowman, so that held us over. And getting to see, Monster versus Monster was a great part of the year.
I like that. Bronson Reed trying to get the jacket off and Steph chops him. Because when you're the little guy, right, you got to come up with a way to get the advantage here and there. But now Bronson taking over again.
Are we going to see some? Is he going to get him off the set here? It looks like we're setting up to go off the stage.
I thought we were going to get something early here. Very interesting.
Backing him up here.
Oh, yeah, here you go. Putting the jacket over his head, blinding him.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I almost think Bronson Reed has some MF Doom inspired gear.
Somewhat?
MF Doom, he's a rapper. You can kind of tell from the mask on the front.
Okay.
And then the way that Reed is written on his back, it almost looks like the lettering from Food, a very famous album.
Okay.
Anybody in the chat that's a rap fan, let us know. That's what I'm thinking. Because I remember I did see Bronson Reed coming to the ring within the last month in a Dr. Octagon shirt as well. Another underground rapper.
Oh,
big
Seth
dive from Seth there.
And as Matt had noticed too, this match has not started yet. So they are just battling outside here.
And it must feel like, mayhem to them. I don't know how, some people, this might be their first WWE event. Imagine if you go there and you're seeing the match start before the bell rings.
The kids are just celebrating. They're just having a good time. Seth diving in. Oh, he's caught.
And it is a very interesting look for the crowd. Woo! In America, we tend to get a lot of 30, 40-something-year-old guys. You're seeing a mix of kids there, families. I'm sure it's seeded to appear that way. But it's great to see.
Oh,
and you're seeing a mix of people in like traditional garb and then, some dressed like more modern.
Bronson Reed throws him in. I guess this should be the start of the match, right?
Yep, both men are in there. The bell has been called for.
Eats him up with that splash. Short arm clothesline.
Yeah, now he's going to take the real punishment to him here. Setting him up for that tsunami early.
Oh, and he hits it already. Wow. And he's going back up.
Oh, wow. Could this be a squash?
That would be something.
I wasn't expecting it, but then when you think about the fighting, the move, okay.
Oh, and now.
Oh, curb stomp. No way, it's going the other way that quick, is it? They got us wondering what's up here.
Wow, drama right here.
Because I was thinking it's a little more matches than they usually have. Does one match go super short?
Not here.
It's important both men have hit their big moves early.
See Seth feeling the effects of the outside too, huh?
Oh, yeah. You can see.
Maybe from the ramp. I don't know.
Yeah, bruise, and it looks like cuts around the bruise on his back.
I know he got slammed on the outside in that chair too, but
that's trading moves here.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's looking for that pedigree.
Yeah.
Trying to get that pedigree in.
That is a big man, but Bronson Reed just standing up there.
Oh,
right on
the chest. The big sit down.
Everybody watching us, let us know in the comments how you're enjoying the show so far. Heck of a way to kick it off. That ladies tag match was better than expected, and now we're seeing this. I'm loving the gear. I'm loving the fighting outside of the ring early.
This would have to be the biggest win of Bronson's career too, right?
Yeah, especially, featured on this biggest stage.
Matthew's loving the show so far.
Yeah, the Crown Jewels always tend to be more of a spectacle because it's, a paid show for Saudi Arabia. So, they want it to be as big as possible. I think that's why you're getting these Crown Jewel Championships. I mean, this has just been a feud that's heated up whole summer, been a feature of it.
I have to say, I think Bronson's biggest win so far in his career might even be outside WWE, where he beat Okada in New Japan.
Oh yeah, especially Okada in Japan.
Right,
Like,
right.
if it were Okada in AEW now, he definitely doesn't feel as big. But like when he was in New Japan, he was, he was almost like the Cody Rhodes of that promotion.
And I don't remember who he won it from, but he did have that North American title for a little bit in NXT too. So
that is true. We've always got that one person watching on Twitch.
Yeah, I don't know. They weren't on for a little while, so I don't know if it's the same thing, but hats off to anyone following us on Twitch. Appreciate you.
Yeah, we get a lot of our viewers through YouTube, and a lot of the people that watch our videos don't subscribe. That is different for something like, the live watch-alongs. The live watch-alongs tend to be a little more subscribed.
Yeah. Oh.
Seth picking him up for that slam. Fell back. Reed almost got the pin there.
Bronson Reed. He could have been a modern-day natural disaster, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if, like, him and Otis teamed up.
Right.
Because I was trying to run through my mind real quick.
Right,
I'm like, who would be, like, another big man team with him?
Yeah.
I mean, him and Strowman would be devastating if they teamed up.
Yeah, maybe Tsunami and Avalanche.
Yeah. Big headbutt there from Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed. I feel like he's one of those guys Triple H might be a fan of too. I feel like he's somebody that they've been a little more careful with how he's been booked. You know, a guy I thought Triple H liked too, that I wonder if he's ever a free agent we'd see back in WWE, Samoa Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was fired and Triple H brought him back, and then Vince got rid of him again.
He proved he could be versatile, like just as good an announcer.
I'd
say almost as good an announcer as he is a wrestler.
And then Seth popping up with that DDT, and Punk's in WWE now, and Joe and Punk are friends. So
yeah,
that big flying DDT.
We haven't seen much of Samoa Joe this year in AEW. Is he injured?
No, I don't know. Yeah, I wonder. He took time off to do some.
It was Twisted Metal, right?
Yeah,
or doing the Twisted Metal TV show.
After Miss Samoa Joe, yeah. All right, Seth firing back up.
Okay, we got a Crown Jewel post show immediately following the event. So WWE continuing to do those. Luckily, they're enough away from that Vince documentary that I think they probably feel confident they might not get asked about it.
Plus, I don't know what kind of journalists are over that made this trip to.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know. I doubt that.
It's almost like being in Saudi Arabia would be, you'd get more questions about that than the documentary.
Right.
Like that.
Like, I don't think Brandon Thurston made the trip to Saudi Arabia. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I can't. I mean,
I don't know. Like, what kind of hard-hitting journalists that actually do this?
You're probably going to get Saudi Arabian.
That's what I'm thinking. So it's probably going to be more of a cake kind of.
Yeah. Maybe like an American journalist or two, but I can't even think of, journalists wanting to travel over there and like what company
it's going to send them.
Is there going to be more benefit in a story? Like, who knows how it's going to be?
Seth Rollins on the top here.
It could be interesting, but we won't be watching.
We'll not be. We're going to watch this instead. And that's going to be where our commitment lies. Seth Rollins, great frog splash. Rollins building. I like Rollins. He's been fighting well underneath this whole match, really, for the most part. Doing a great job of Bronson looking like a killer. But, Seth
getting it in, like
getting that offense
when he
in,
needs to, at the right times.
It's interesting to see. Like, this is one of the matches I think that I feel the least confident about too. Like I feel like Kevin Owens is winning later. I feel good about my Gunther picks. I think there will be interference. I feel good about Nia Jax winning.
This one
feels a little more open to me. Yeah. I did feel like Roman Reigns, Jimmy, and Jay were going to win. That one caught me off guard. I especially didn't see Solo taking the pin on Roman.
No.
Like,
I feel like that's definitely going to be addressed next Friday.
Yeah.
Hell, it could even be addressed Monday night.
Yeah, who knows? Well, especially some of the Raw guys are going to be into Survivor Series, War Games, obviously.
Yeah, and when does Survivor Series take place? That's end of the month, I know, definitely.
Yeah, I want to say that is the 23rd.
Okay.
We'll be doing a watch along for that. Don't worry.
So, yeah.
1 year anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I mean, yeah, you never know, but we'll definitely plan on doing one.
Yeah, that's currently 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
Wow, when you put it like that, you feel like the ball has really got to start rolling.
And then I was trying to think of this too for our commentary, our pro wrestling commentary. We won't talk about that.
I was more worried about my computer, but we'll get at it.
He's talking about, yeah. So what's it called? Look at Bronson Reed, probably going for the superplex here. Big superplex on Seth Rollins. Oh,
I got to feel like the Survivor Series watch along could blow the Bad Blood watch along out of the water. I think, just because of one, it's Survivor Series. Survivor Series is always huge. Mm-hmm. And then two, you've got obviously Bloodline versus Bloodline is a big thing.
Bloodline, big thing. We have a bigger fan base now that we keep getting growing up too. So yeah, the elements are probably there. It's probably right. It feels like Saturday night is going to be our best night for watch-alongs. And if it's a WWE and it's got a big attraction to it, then
hopefully everything will line up.
Yeah, I feel they're a little unpredictable still. Right now. Yeah, kind of like the YouTube shorts. They're a little like, just who happens to be around at the time.
And I always wonder how they are for watch-alongs because I'm not like the biggest watch-along person.
Mm-hmm.
Part of it's because usually we're trying to do watch-alongs when other people would. We try and make it, we try and make it more of a fun thing, talk with people about what's going on, like about how Bronson Reed is going to the top, but Seth Rollins rolling out of the way.
Seth ain't having that. Seth is out of here, baby. Oh!
Big senton on the other side of the ring. But now look at it. Perfect position on the other side of the ring.
Bronson climbing the top. Can we get us tonight? No,
Seth Rollins
rolling
once again.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we see Bronson go off the top rope to the floor.
I would, yeah.
See him stalking down Seth here. Seth trying to get away, but Bronson catches up to him. Big punch to the face. Bronson undeterred, slamming him on the Saudi Arabian table. I feel like he's getting the look from the American announcers like, guys, mess with our table, please. You don't know the repercussions of messing up their table. Look at that. Seth diving out of the way, chopping at Bronson.
Yeah, maybe we're going to get a
curb stomp on the steps. Again.
Could this be a count-out win? Maybe the creative count-out win.
That would be very interesting.
Because this way, look at Bronson just getting up, though.
No, you just made it matter with that.
Yeah.
You think you're going to get him with that again?
Oh, and another curb stomp. Oh, wow. Oh, Seth looking at him. We can't believe it. Look at that.
Bronson, he's not up yet, but he's definitely looking at Seth. Making his way to his feet.
Oh, now look, Seth going all the way to the top.
Yeah, Seth is realizing he's really got to step up the game.
Step up here. Big curb stomp from the top, perhaps. Oh, another one. This is probably.
I was wondering. It almost looked like Bronson was setting up to catch him there.
And he got him.
Oh, wow.
Seth gets the win. That's how they did it. It took 3 curb stomps, one on the steps on the outside, and the third. Oh, he's bleeding too, by the way.
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh, wow. I could see that being from the
The
stairs.
step one, yeah, so I'm thinking. But Seth Rollins beats Bronson Reed with 3 curb stomps. 4 overall, because there was 1 right in the beginning of the match.
Yeah. But you had to wonder, was one going to put him away? Was one going to, one on the stairs? Yeah, that'll weaken him, but he just got right up. Seth delivered another one and then a third one. I mean, Seth almost needed the win on that.
Yeah. They had really built up Bronson here.
And look at that. Matthew Dandurand has called 2 matches.
Yes, yeah. And I got to say, none of us saw that first match happening like that. Too.
No. Storytelling-wise, it's a perfect way to push things along.
So what match are we getting next? I'm going to say maybe the women. Nia and Liv. Or maybe Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Or maybe that U.S. title. With,
I'm going to say U.S. title, then Kevin and Randy.
Okay, you think it'll be the 2 Crown Championship matches will both be last, probably. Then.
That's my guess.
Oh, look at this. Bronson Reed already back up with blood in his eye, wanting Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins looking shocked.
Now, I am searching Google real quick to see what they say about Bronson Reed's gear. I am going to wait to hear, but I am almost sure that is an MF Doom inspired gear. Seth Rollins talking trash on the way out. That eye does not look pretty.
No, that was a bad cut on his eye.
And it's interesting to see that the blood was running one way at one point and then dripped the other way after he got up. Right, so we're getting a WWE shop commercial. That means we're going to play a couple of our own commercials here.
Enjoy it.
Author Ray Lopez presents Lockup, professional wrestling in our world. Lockup dives headfirst into the colorful world of professional wrestling. Explore the iconic characters, careers, matches, history, and families, and delve into the bizarre and fascinating entwining of professional wrestling and film, television, football, politics, gender, and race. Pre-orders are available now on Amazon.com or at MascotBooks.com. This is the perfect gift for the wrestling fan in your life. Pick up a copy today on Amazon.com or at MascotBooks.com.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.
Read about the Northern Wrestling Federation in the book presented by Russellville.com, The Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 2. Hear the story of Roger Ruffin, the man who trained Carl Anderson, the Monster Abyss, Jordan Clearwater, Chris Harris, and Jillian Hall.
Plus 45 other short stories, including Jazz, Bobby Eaton, Kamala, Thunder Rosa, Mario Mancini, Scott.
Cut off.
All right, yeah, we had to cut that commercial off because we are getting the Ladies Championship match next. I did not expect this here.
I got Nia Jax winning this. I think they're going to continue that domination. That break was too quick. Yeah, I agree. We weren't ready.
No.
Yeah.
But it seemed like a lot of the breaks have been, lengthy. Maybe that they've still got, the 4 matches left?
Yeah.
That you got to feel like maybe it's going to be less between matches now. Hopefully.
There's 3 matches after this one. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So 4 altogether. This is one of the bigger cards recently.
Yeah, that's why it's hard to gauge because usually it's just an easy 5.
Yeah, we got 7.
But I mean, Crown Jewel, it's always tough because with Saudi Arabia, that this is it's just as much of a big spectacle show as it is a commercial for over there. And, how often do they go to Saudi Arabia? You're going to want a nice long show.
It's funny because WWE with Vince used to be famous for these long ass shows. Now it's AEW to have like the 12-match show, and even TNA I would say has like an 8-9 match show. Yeah. But WWE, usually Triple H, that old NXT formula, he sticks with 5 matches. So yeah. So see, 7 nights a little interesting. I'm sure WrestleMania, obviously, I have to go back and look, but those are probably 7-match cards, I imagine.
Yeah. Overall, I like the shorter show. Sometimes a long show can be cool because you get a lot of different type matches that you're hoping to get.
Yeah.
But, when they do a 5-match show, it feels like you almost are left wanting more. And that is, it's preferable for wrestling.
So Matt's got Liv with the help of Raquel and Dom. That is a good point. She is going to have them to run interference. And we do have Tiffany out here. It's going to be kind of a wild card. And last night she, claimed she was willing to cash in on both, but then saying that she's more just trying to get in the head of Liv. But we know there's a possibility she's going to turn on Nia at any moment.
Yeah.
And I was saying before, I thought maybe that's what they've been building to, but I do wonder, now that Rhea Ripley has that eye socket injury, I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
Yeah, so they ran an injury angle on NXT, which I thought was weird, where Ripley was visiting and then got attacked in the parking lot. And come to find out, it's because she has a broken orbital.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she's out for an indefinite amount of time. No one's really sure. So I do wonder if maybe Tiffany will cash in on Liv because it's going to change some storylines around. Now, I personally I would guess that if anything, we're just going to extend this feud, and this will lead to Ripley coming back at the Rumble, winning the Rumble, and then maybe Ripley takes it from Liv Morgan at WrestleMania. But who knows?
Getting a good recap video here, it seems, of the match.
Nia has been brought back to be dominant here. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but it is what it is. And I do wonder, what is that going to lead to? Who's going to be the one to take the title off of her?
Yeah, because trying to think.
I mean,
because it's on SmackDown, right?
Yeah, and so I said earlier that Jade and Bianca might break up and Jade be a heel, but a babyface Jade.
I was trying to think. Jade is like the one person on that SmackDown women's roster that I could see presented powerful enough to beat Nia.
Obviously, the other one would be, if we switched it up, would be Ripley.
Yep. So I should have known to hit the mute button on that.
Yeah, it's
I was like, fuck it.
We're in it now. Yeah,
he's got a twofer.
Yeah, I can get some water here. We're kicking things back. Let's watch a long time. Watch with us.
I was drinking an energy drink before I realized I had to run out of the house. I forgot everything. 91 days as women champion. I love the little things they add. The what you've missed, what's coming up, the little facts here.
4th career matchup in Saudi Arabia. So she won Queen of the Ring here. And now she's in this match. So
some would say Nia Jax is big in Saudi Arabia.
Huge. So 3-1 against Liv Morgan.
Interesting.
It's interesting they've only wrestled 4 times.
Now, the thing I got to ask is, what do you think about that championship? Will they carry it throughout the year, or is that just something that is going to appear here, like a trophy almost?
Okay, so you think Tiff's going to cash in, but will be stopped by a returning Alexa Bliss or Charlotte?
Wow.
Interesting.
Charlotte's been gone for so long, it's like I've almost forgotten about her.
Me too. Her husband is in the show today, though.
Yeah, going up for that U.S. championship, that best of 7, or what's turned into that best of 7 series has been great.
So to answer your question, I actually saw a report recently. It might have been Fightful, but I can't remember. But it was somebody. Well, these stats here. Was a king and queen of the ring for 161 days. She's been champ one.
So she won it in Saudi Arabia.
Has not lost one match since March. Okay. Now, to answer your question about carrying this title around, it was explained that they will not. The title belts will actually stay in Saudi Arabia, probably in the WWE experience. Yeah,
I can see that.
But they will get like a Super Bowl ring type thing that they can wear around.
That's cool.
Yeah, and there's Rhea Ripley laid out in the parking lot. I don't know if you saw that from NXT.
This I did not.
Yeah, actually didn't show that much, but that's a legit X-ray. Come to find out, and so yeah. She's got a fractured right orbital socket. She's going to be out for a while. No one knows. I looked into this, though. I was just curious, like what the recovery time for a fracture orbital is. And it said refrain from strenuous activity for at least 3 weeks if you had surgery.
Okay.
So she's had surgery. That's it. Now, maybe she doesn't have surgery. Maybe they don't want to do surgery right away. And that could even be longer, right? Because, you're trying to avoid surgery. So. But assuming she had surgery, I would say we're in November. She's probably could be maybe good to go in December, but they'll probably maybe be safe and keep her out till January and enter the Rumble.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now I wonder, have they shown the ring? Is the ring gonna look like that belt?
I don't know. I haven't seen the ring. This was a report, like I said, online, and it was something that caught my eye from a Wrestling Observer, Fightful. I do want to point out it wasn't like a Facebook ad or something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you guys. No. But yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that ring would look like. If they're even gonna wear it.
And I mean, that really kind of shows about this belt that the whole reason they created these belts, one is so you could have your champion go against your champion.
Yeah.
And if they lose, they're not losing their championship.
They're not losing championship. We can do a clean finish.
And it's obviously a Saudi Arabian thing,
right.
too.
Yeah.
They want to have some kind of stakes. They want to have something they could show. Like these camels.
Yeah, interesting.
I was trying to tell if that was a UFO over the camel, but it's just some kind of...
It's the Crown Championship.
Yeah, it's some kind of like circle around the championship. Very interesting what they're doing with
that. Oh, that's true. They both came out alone. There was no Dom or Raquel or Tiffany. Interesting, yeah. That doesn't mean we won't see them.
They're just not... They're trying to make you forget about them, I think. Well, not forget about them, but like if they're out there, you're kind of wondering when that shoe's going to drop.
Liv kicking off on a drop kick, yeah.
You got to do something quick to take, Nia Jax off her feet. Big headbutt.
And interesting, too, because Liv's a heel, but I mean, she's probably more of a babyface in this style of a match, right? Just being the smaller person.
You gotta wonder. I wonder how the crowd is reacting to them. Yeah, you would imagine that she'd be the babyface just by
being an underdog for physical stature. That's what
yeah. Dropping that big elbow there, picking Liv up by her hair, just whipping her into the corner.
Splash in the corner. Liv getting eaten up here right now.
Now, I got to say the gear these two have are interesting. I don't know what's on Liv's kind of like where the championship belt would go.
Nia almost looks like the logo.
Yeah. Definitely going with those green and yellow colors. I'm trying to figure out what the colors of Saudi Arabia are because, they always feature green, yellow, and then like a purple in this. But I wonder if it's like a royal green color.
Thank you to everybody that's been tuning in tonight, too. We've had a solid group of people in here, so appreciate you guys.
Yeah, Matthew Danduran is always staying in the comments with us.
Yeah. I don't know if Gary's still out there. Hope you're enjoying the show, too.
Yeah, and let us know in the comments who you think is going to win this match. Matthew Danduran already let us know.
Yeah, I think Gary did too. I could be wrong. Maybe not. also had this comment earlier too, by the way. I don't know what that is, but
He's probably laughing at my internet connection.
yeah, probably is it. Yeah.
It's fucked up. Putting on a show and you're laughing at us in our weakest moment.
We're trying not to sell here.
It was a little hard by like the third or fourth time I tried coming in. That's when I was like, fucking him out. Dog was confused as hell.
What the hell's going on?
I just ran past him.
You made good time. I had you clocking in probably about a half hour. It didn't feel like a half hour. I was like, I figured you had to stop and get gas. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I threw stuff in the car, and then I just got enough gas.
He booked.
Oh, yeah. I flew down Route
12. I felt bad about being a little late, too, because I knew it was going to be 12:55. I was trying to make it short, and I kept screwing up because I wanted to say, and tune into our watch-along. I wanted to add something. And then I'm like, God damn it, 12:58. And then I'm like, and then I got in here, and I'm like, oh, hey. Oh, no, never mind. This is not going well.
Yeah, it's like I knew I had problems, but I couldn't have exited out of the studio.
Yeah.
I was under the assumption if I left, it would shut down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why when you got in, I'm like, let me see if I can adjust my issues.
Yeah.
That's a little behind the scenes for the people. You know what you're getting on a lot.
All right, Jack's on the top rope right now. Samoa drop!
Big drop
off the top rope!
That guy in the front row can't believe it.
Liv Morgan. Oh, she kicks out. I thought for sure she was done. She's a pancake.
There's some people I'm looking at here. I'm like, are these travelers in Saudi Arabia?
There's some people here that don't look like they're locals or natives. Like Roddy Piper, native from Scotland.
Yeah,
I'll talk about that in another show.
I'm like, are there white Saudi Arabian people? Or have they just relocated? I mean, if anything's going to get us canceled today, it's probably going to be that comment. I'm sorry.
All right, Nia's got Liv on top
back
rope.
To the top.
Yeah.
You got to feel like that's going to be dangerous for Liv there.
Well, she does a sunset flip. She might be
that's a good point.
Bonsai drop, too.
Yeah, she's not going to be able to take too much more damage from the top because there it is rolling into that
she hit the power bomb, though. She did get the power bomb. Uh-oh.
Nope. We're seeing something.
Yeah, that looks like maybe Tiffany's. Yeah.
Okay. Is this an official cash-in, or is this going to be, one of those false hopes?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Nia just rolled out.
Okay. So it's not official. The ref was trying to double check.
Yeah. And so Nia is in Tiffany's face, but now Tiffany could have been there to cash out on Liv.
Yeah. Nia wants to get this straightened out right now. You got to feel like Liv flying out of the ring in a couple seconds is going to
right. You got to think that's going to be it. There's a baseball slide.
Baseball slide kick, and here we go.
Yeah.
I was almost expecting her to dive in out of frame, but that forearm to the side of the head.
And now,
will Tiffany go all the way to the back? Will that be the only cash-in attempt?
Interesting. I'm not convinced otherwise.
Big
crucifix.
Oh, rolling through.
She had that crucifix. Look at Tiffany still looking on.
Yep. Okay. She's going to go for it again. Is the story that she's trying to do it at the most opportune time?
When both people are down.
Yeah, because obviously it's a coin toss between who she's going to try and cash in on.
Oh, I just love the look. Oh, she got caught. Oh, big sidewalk slam. And Nia. And
I thought that was going to be it there.
Oh, Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel Rodriguez doesn't want Tiffany to cash in here either.
Running that protection. Yeah.
Look at this. Interesting. I thought she was going to eat the briefcase for a second.
Liv getting the advantage. 2.
I
thought it was 3.
I thought we were going to get a 3. Wow. Oh, here's Dirty Dom.
Okay,
now,
so
too.
everybody is out at ringside now. That's why you don't start with them, because then the appearance.
Oh, Raquel's going to back off Tiffany here. It looks like Liv's
She's not
sticking
holding
up.
on to her. Yeah, she's not holding on to her briefcase.
Interesting.
Double team here. That can't be good.
Oh, Nia takes out everybody here.
And Tiffany getting caught in the process as well.
Yeah. Nia does not care.
Ooh.
Big splash in the corner of the ropes. Or in the middle of the ropes. Here comes a big leg drop.
Putting it on her.
Oh, gonna carry to the corner now. I think this is gonna be it.
You gotta imagine this is a bonsai drop here.
Oh, look at this. Dom threw in the briefcase. Oh, here comes Raquel Rodriguez. Oh, boot to the head.
Causing some confusion. Will Tiffany get her briefcase back? Tiffany looks like she's down on the outside.
Oh,
confusion.
Liv Morgan. Shocker.
Whoa, getting the win.
With all the interference, Matthew called it. Liv would get it with the help of Raquel and Dom.
But now what's going on with Tiffany in that briefcase?
She looks generally emotionally happy about this, by the way. Like, as a heel, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, now she's trying to put the evil laugh on, but I think this was a big moment for her. Maybe just not only being women's champion, but being booked in a way where you're on top of, both brands, essentially. You beat the other women's champion, too.
Yeah, and winning a women's match in Saudi Arabia when that is still such a new thing for them.
Wow. So let's see. I think this is going to be it. I don't think we're going to get a cash in tonight, is my guess. But we'll wait till we return here. I don't trust anything that is over or done. I am surprised that Nia got it right there.
Well, at least there was enough fuckery involved in the end of that match that
it keeps her strong before she loses that title to somebody. That little girl's excited. I don't know if there's a story behind that because you don't care.
No, I think it's just the idea of there's that Santa Zap sign in the crowd you were talking about. Yeah, just it's one of those things where it definitely feels almost, forgetting the word now, propaganda-ish.
Yeah.
Like we're making things better, but that has to be, you are catching a genuine moment.
For Liv, for sure.
Well, I was thinking for the girl, where it's just that joy of like, you're seeing a woman do something, and I don't know how it is for them over there. We've heard it's, a little more impressive.
Another thing, too, recently was announced that Liv Morgan recently signed a 5-year contract, too.
Okay.
So, I mean,
so that means they're really contract, behind her.
Yeah, now you're the champ. You're beating the other champ on a major show in Saudi Arabia. You're a heel, but Triple H is even putting you over in a very authentic moment here. You can see Dom and Raquel even are taking a step back here. So pretty cool for this young lady. I got a feeling that, maybe about a year or two ago, she wouldn't have figured her career would have gone like this.
No, we're getting the Saturday night's main event commercial, which I'm loving all the old footage. That is something we will be talking about on another show, but it's break time, so it's commercial time.
Author Ray Lopez presents Lockup, professional wrestling in our world. Lockup dives headfirst into the colorful world of professional wrestling. Explore the iconic characters, careers, matches, history, and families, and delve into the bizarre and fascinating entwining of professional wrestling and film, television, football, politics, gender, and race. Pre-orders are available now on Amazon.com or at mascotbooks.com. This is the perfect gift for the wrestling fan in your life. Pick up a copy today on Amazon.com or at mascotbooks.com.
If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.
Read about the Northern Wrestling Federation in the book presented by Russellville.com, The Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 2. Hear the story of Roger Ruffin, the man who trained Carl Anderson, the Monster Abyss, Jordan Clearwater, Chris Harris, and Jillian Hall.
Plus 45 other short stories including Jazz, Bobby Eaton, Kamala, Thunder Rosa, Mario Mancini, Scott Casey, PJ Black, Kerry Morton, Sal Renaro, Jeremiah Plunkett, Colby Carino, Bam Bam Malone, and many others.
Get your book today at Russellville.com. Russellville. It's where wrestling lives.
All right, so we got Randy Orton, Kevin Owens coming up next.
Well, today's rumor roundup was just that a rumor she had multiple chances to cash in. Well, yeah.
That's how that has really almost felt like it's gone recently. A lot of the times with the Money in the Bank cash in, that it's, this thing about when will they do it, and like kind of, almost giving that, will it happen, will it not? I'd like to see something different done with it, but I'm not opposed to it.
Well, with the
I love that Gary's still hanging in here with us today.
With the women's title match, with Liv cashing in, it's been built up that way. With Drew McIntyre, we eliminated that the same night.
Yeah.
Remember, yeah. Which I don't have a huge problem with because sometimes, we can't just have a guarantee someone's going to win the title all the time,
Yeah, you want to have that.
Yeah.
Will it happen? Will it not?
Like, I feel Tiffany Stratton is definitely due to, like, she's going to be one of those successful ones. Oh, the first. So,
that would be very interesting.
Yeah. I think she's going to get a cash in on the women's championship. My guess is Nia Jax. Unless this whole Rhea Ripley injury ends up being so bad that they have to call an audible and maybe they move her to Raw, anything's possible, Certainly hope not for Rhea, because Rhea's been such a great star for that company.
Yeah.
And the recent injuries have been tough, but yeah.
Well, this pay-per-view is definitely going to go later than I thought it might.
This will probably go close to 4, I would imagine. Like a 3-hour. We're going to get like a 3-hour pay-per-view. Maybe a little later.
Very interesting. I did not notice this. I'm going to have to go back and watch SmackDown, but somebody in the Northeast Wrestling group is saying Brad Baylor was guarding the ring on SmackDown.
Oh, yeah? Night. Interesting. What segment would that have been? I wonder. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
It's any W title, anywhere, anytime. Yeah.
That would be interesting. What title could she go for?
I mean, you could always cash in on NXT Women's title, too, if you wanted.
I'm
not saying she's going to do that, but you know what I mean? You could.
I'm trying to think of what men's title you could put her up against. Like, I can't see it being Cody or Gunther.
No. I don't see that happening.
LA Knight, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, get speared in half by Braun Breaker.
Yeah,
I don't know how they do that.
Yeah, there's not like a men's title that I'm like, oh, that could be a matchup I would see against Tiffany.
Did you notice? I don't know if you got to catch it earlier. Kevin Owens had a Cowboy Bob Orton shirt on.
Ooh, I did not.
There it is, right there. Cool.
I noticed he had another Dusty shirt on last night.
Yeah, right. When he was talking about Cody, yeah.
I always enjoy the Gary comes out and he's not afraid to
wear something different.
Do those throwbacks too. Like his KO Mania gear is always like an old WrestleMania inspired design. There needs to be a women's United States or Intercontinental title. You got to feel it's coming down the line. Mm-hmm. They've already done it with the Women's North American Championship in NXT.
Let's see. I hate this match is happening, but I'm going with Randy. He doesn't want to have to pick between these two. I get it. You know, I mean, Kevin Owens has been.
I'd like to see Kevin Owens win.
I think Kevin will win. Honestly, I could be wrong.
I want him to, but I feel like it's Randy for some reason. I don't know, just instinct.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we got to have one more Kevin Owens Cody Rhodes match. So
okay,
that's what I'm thinking. Because Kevin still jumped Cody, so we got to have that. But I also think,
I feel like you got to be building up to that at some point.
I also feel like the big play though is going to be Cody and Randy because of their history together and just the little things where Randy kind of just glances at the title. Which, by the way, I love the little things in WWE storytelling now, right?
Yeah.
It's not always so over the top. It can be just a glance here or there.
And they do it sometimes with somebody like in the background of a shot too that can add to things.
Yeah, it pays off.
They've definitely hit it with those little details. Now, which match do you think we get first? Do we get Cody versus KO first, or do we get Cody versus Randy Orton first?
Cody KO. I think we're possibly building to Cody Randy Orton at Mania. I think we may even get stopover with Cody and The Rock on the first ever Netflix on Raw. I think maybe they do a SmackDown and Raw. You know, they'll have everybody on that first Raw on Netflix. Keep in mind, I've called 4 matches right now.
Wow, Matthew Danduran is good on those predictions tonight.
Yeah. He's been on fire. I mean, I agreed with him on Bianca and Jade, even though I didn't pick it. Seth, I was kind of 50-50 on, but he called that one.
Interesting. Longest tenured active male superstar in WWE.
Yeah.
And won his last one-on-one match with KO in 2022. They love singing his song there in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Music's always one of the biggest parts of wrestling entrances for crowds. Like, especially if you're a big superstar and you have a real catchy song. We saw it with Chris Jericho and Judas. Like, people just really want to make that sing along, and we see the decibel meter there.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to want to go back and hear what this crowd sounds like. Checking the phone real quick, of course.
Yeah. Just making sure I didn't have any emergency stuff going on today.
The Lord knows it'll pop up, right?
Lord knows. Two guys that are former world champions. Randy's pretty much had that career all in WWE, though. His long career, right? I mean, Ohio Valley Wrestling, probably.
Yeah, he might have wrestled indies somewhere.
Here and there, but it was, he grew up pretty much in that WWE system, you know, like very early on. Whereas Kevin Owens, he was all independents for a long time, right? Like even before Ring of Honor, I think he had done a lot of Canadian independents and stuff. Yeah.
So it's interesting, almost like one of the most well-traveled versus a guy who's great in the ring, but, you know, a lot of his career has been here. Just an amazing class that came out of OVW for that time frame when you think John Cena, Dave Bautista, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's probably even names that didn't even make it like super long, but still were like names that came out of that time.
Yeah, pretty crazy group. In fact, obviously Cena is about to be on his last year, but legend career now.
Yeah, you got to think Randy Orton.
Batista retired, but legendary career, made it in Hollywood too.
How much longer do you think Randy Orton's got in him for a career? Because he doesn't look bad right now.
No, he doesn't. But he's been, I'm going to say, it's hard to say, but I'll say he's at least got another 2-3 years in him, at least, barring any major injury.
I think him and John Cena is going to be an interesting match if they put it together on the retirement tour. You got to feel they will.
Yeah, I wonder Like, when's the first? Oh,
Randy Orton doing his pose there.
Oh, a chair.
KO quick to attack him.
Are we going to get a match? Interesting. You know,
I'm surprised. Was it quick enough that they weren't able to call for the bell?
Yeah, we have not officially started this match yet.
So is this a non-match match?
Well, we could. I mean, if you wanted to shorten up the time here a little bit, or give Cody and Gunther more time.
It would. I mean, it would help. To me, it would make more sense.
Yeah.
Because the shows have been a little shorter. Why? We've talked about it being in Saudi Arabia. That's why the card is so big. But maybe they throw one thing in there just for story advancement. Or are we just getting another battle before the match actually starts?
Yeah,
here?
very possible. Because now Randy's starting to come back here. Randy's like, get that out of my face. Randy's about to take apart some furniture. Slapping around Kevin Owens. Owens saying, eat this fist.
Getting
I don't
that
think
separation
so.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, Randy Orton's firing back on Kevin Owens now.
Slamming his face in there. You got to think, Randy Orton makes it in that ring, the match should officially start.
Right. And here we are. I don't see the ref calling for the bell just yet.
Checking to make sure he's all right.
Oh, they still got the chair in there. Oh. And he hits the chair. So we have not. Okay, so we still have not had an official. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah. So I don't think we're about to get a match. Oh, yeah, here's a referee. He's calling for the bell. He's calling for more help here.
Did he call for the bell?
It looked like he did to me. We got help coming in.
Yeah, if you guys are watching, let us know in the comments. Yeah. Did they call for the bell?
Oh, right. So maybe this is just going to be a wild brawl where things don't get set up here. And maybe we're going to lead into a triple threat match between these guys at some point.
Okay.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be something if Kevin tries to get involved with Cody and Gunther later? Orton goes to make the save, but he accidentally nails Cody or something. Oh, look at this. Owens fighting security here. And now Orton throws. Actually, he punched out Jamie Noble.
Oh, wow.
James Gibson.
I keep wondering what is going on with this match. It is very hard to tell with no sound here.
Yeah. Jamie just got sent flying by Randy Orton. All right, now Randy Orton's got that chair. Oh.
Producer's trying to get in the ring, get away from him.
Yeah. That was a mistake by Daivari.
Ooh.
That's Sean Daivari, by the way. Formerly,
Matthew Danduran says he doesn't think he did.
Yeah. Oh, DDT on the ropes. Oh.
Okay, now we got Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis out here to stop this.
Somebody gonna take an RKO. Might be Adam Pearce. Remember, Orton doesn't work for Raw too, so
could it be Aldis as well? No, he's getting out of
I'm
there.
getting the hell out of here. Oh, and then Orton to the eyes. I mean, Owens to the eyes.
At least this is feeling like things are breaking down here, you know?
Yeah.
That crowd has to be losing their minds for this.
So Matthew is saying this match isn't going to happen. That would be correct. So no prediction will be called on this one because this is going to be a non-match, basically.
I don't know if I would have guessed this.
No, it's kind of hard to guess a non-match. Yeah.
But I am enjoying it because it does.
It feels like an old school brawl.
And it breaks up the feeling of the show a little bit. You know, we were saying it felt like one match too many.
Mm-hmm.
And the people are still getting a show out of the confrontation as well.
Oh. Yeah, this is a brawl, no doubt. Owens. Oh,
Hitting him
takes
with
that
that
case.
briefcase.
Yeah, right.
Ooh, is he gonna
Outside. Oh, again. Upside.
You gotta
Orton's
think,
head.
putting him through that table.
Yeah, again
That
on
could
Orton's head.
definitely be a way to end this match.
And just punching Orton's head. Oh, maybe a chair now. Jamie Noble. He's. Oh. All right, here comes Owens. It looks like maybe he's getting ready to climb.
Looking for that Jeff Hardy spot.
Yeah. On Orton. Oh, Orton's down. Owens at the top. Big elbow. They go through the table.
Is it sad that I just put it together that he's wearing his dad's shirt while wrestling him? I was like, yeah, he's wearing a Bob Orton shirt. Why not?
It's cool, Bob.
And then I'm like, oh, shit. He is getting in the habit of wearing.
He's wearing shirts of the fathers of the people he's wrestling with, yes.
It's very interesting.
Both men out, both men down.
Great segment.
Great segment. Excuse me. We are, yeah, okay, so that's it. We're getting out of here. Look at this there. I'm loving it, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely at least entertaining, you know, if they're going to make it short. So we got 2 matches left.
Yeah. I still say we might go past 4, though. It's going to be close.
Oh, yeah, but we got plenty of commercials. If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.
Read about the Northern Wrestling Federation in the book presented by Russellville.com, The Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 2. Hear the story of Roger Ruffin, the man who trained Carl Anderson, the Monster Abyss, Jordan Clearwater, Chris Harris, and Jillian Hall.
Plus 45 other short stories, including Jazz, Bobby Eaton, Kamala, Thunder Rosa, Mario Mancini, Scott Casey, PJ Black, Kerry Morton, Sal Renaro, Jeremiah Plunkett, Colby Carino, Bam Bam Malone, and many others.
Get your book today at Russellville.com. Russellville. It's where wrestling lives.
Hey fans, it's the man they call Dave with producer Joe, and you probably know us as the commentary team for New Heights Pro Wrestling, but when we're not doing that, we got a podcast.
That is the Working Fans Podcast, where we talk pro wrestling, comedy, MMA, and so much more.
And tell them about that signature segment.
Oh, you talk about the 531?
You know I am.
That is a homegrown creation that has been our namesake. And if you want to know our namesake, we got Chevy, AJ Strange Brew, as well as the two of us.
And why don't you go to our channel, like, subscribe, show us some love.
Rate, review, all of it.
Author Ray Lopez presents Lockup, professional wrestling in our world. Lockup dives headfirst into the colorful world of professional wrestling. Explore the iconic characters, careers, matches, history, and families, and delve into the bizarre and fascinating entwining of professional wrestling and film, television, football, politics, gender, and race. Pre-orders are available now on Amazon.com or at MascotBooks.com. This is the perfect gift for the wrestling fan in your life. Pick up a copy today on Amazon.com or at MascotBooks.com.
All right, we're back.
We got caught up with the talking behind the scenes.
Yeah.
We're seeing the chaos that was cleaning up Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. That kid on the left looks so sad. I feel like he was a Randy Orton fan.
There's one kid looked like he was trying to do commentary there, too. All right, so we're looking back at SmackDown. Oh, just some of the stuff
so we're
going
giving
on,
you
yeah.
the lead up to the USA Championship.
Yeah.
US Championship.
Yeah.
USA Championship.
USA!
Yeah, you know what it is.
LA Knight. defending that United States against Carmelo Hayes. All right, guys. So who do we have in this one? I think LA Knight's keeping that title. I don't think he's losing it. If he is going to lose it, though, I'm going to say it's actually Carmelo Hayes that pulls it off. But I'm going to say LA Knight. What do you say? You think it's Andrade's time?
I'm trying to think. I don't feel like LA is losing it.
I don't either. Not yet.
But I'm kind of right there with you. If somebody's going to win it, it's going to be Carmelo Hayes.
Okay, so not a huge video package for this one. Just a quick look back at SmackDown from a week ago and right to the match.
I wonder if getting closer to the end of the show, everything is going to, keep going like that.
They probably don't want to go too past 4 o'clock. I don't know if there's a curfew time in Saudi Arabia too. I have no idea what time the event is even happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Carmelo first to come out here.
I've liked the show so far though.
Yeah.
Even though that bloodline thing, I didn't see it happening. That upset was surprising. It keeps the feud going. We have Sammy now, and we have the disarray with that. We have obviously, Seth going over Bronson, but they left Bronson strong still. That last one was just a fight. I like that old school brawl. I love the Cowboy Bob Orton shirt,
And you got the question of the Tiffany cashing in.
Right. Tiffany still, what's going on with Tiffany Stratton? Liv is made up to be a bigger deal. Liv is the first one really to pin Nia, right? Other than maybe Ripley when she came back. Other than that, yeah. So.
All right, Matthew Danduran. You got to wonder, he's been on fire tonight. Could he be right?
Yeah, he's going LA Knight.
But he's picking Andrade, if not. So
yeah, he doesn't see Carmelo then. Yeah.
Maybe it's just because we've seen so much Carmelo Hayes, wrestling in our area that I think, part of me wants to see him get that win.
He's a Northeast guy.
Andrade taking off that mask.
Now, Andrade, I believe, is actually the speed champion, by the way, still.
Okay.
Yeah. Which they never really wear that title other than when they do those matches for
Wow,
X.
they're really keeping that to the X Twitter space.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Gives it something different. I almost wish I watched it more often.
Right. They're 3-minute matches, so we could. It's just that it's in its own universe, so you just really don't have to,
And it's something like that. I'm not on Twitter a ton, so it barely occurs to me it's on. Although I will say that I do see ads for it regularly on TV, and I always think oh yeah, I should check that out.
I think, when did LA Knight win that U.S. title? Was that at Mania?
I think so.
Oh, wait, no. He had a match with AJ Styles at Mania. Oh, he beat Logan Paul for that. SummerSlam.
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, ooh, could that be another Saudi Arabian show? Going all sides of the ring.
Yeah. Because I thought he had it for 3-4 months now.
All right, the people are feeling Andrade here.
No return yet, though. No return of Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, or anybody that we thought.
No, could it be something they're saving for the main event?
I just don't like Hayes because of what he did to Trick Williams.
I could see that. I mean, they built up Trick to be such this, big fan favorite.
I like it.
I like Trick referencing that when he came out on Wednesday.
Yeah. That was good.
Matthew Danduran throwing up a for LA Knight. 91 days as U.S. champion.
5th title defense.
3rd career match in Saudi Arabia. That almost seems surprising.
So was it
I like this dude with the LA Knight glasses. Big ass head, little ass glasses.
Was it Nia Jax that was 91 days too?
Makes sense.
Yeah. So she must have won the title at SummerSlam as well.
Wonder what that crowd response is to LA Knight here. Do you like doing the LA Knight? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
I don't know. From at least visually, Andrade seemed to get the best response from the crowd.
The biggest response, it looks like all night I've seen, was Jey Uso. Like all night.
Yeah, all night.
Something about dancing in the crowd. Logan Paul's been absent since losing that title to LA Knight too.
Yeah, I wonder if it's because of outside of wrestling things, or did they just feel like it was time to cool him off?
Yeah, I have a feeling he'll be back.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely be back.
Actually heading towards WrestleMania season, maybe Royal Rumble. Look at these two fighting it out.
Yeah, this is how dedicated these two are to battling each other. In LA Knight taking the smart move and really just staying out of it till he needs to, and then
there's Andrade. Here's Carmelo. LA Knight doing those road dog punches. We're gonna see a little dance maybe here too. No, we're just gonna punch. I ain't nobody else. I'm my own man.
And look how natural this looks like it's coming to LA Knight here.
Yeah.
All that time spent coming up to the big time, and now he's here and he's actually getting to be portrayed like a star.
Yeah, again, here's another guy that you got to think, because Triple H is in charge, he's getting this chance.
Yeah, because I can see Vince being impressed by him on the microphone, but just not seeing it with him. And I mean, we saw him when he tried making him Max Dupree.
Right. The manager.
Now, I'm not always against things like that, because sometimes you're just getting to see a different side of somebody, like maybe somebody that hasn't played a different character. There were times that it hit and times that it didn't. And like being a later Vince idea, it definitely was more of a miss.
Carmelo Hayes eating some table here. He's getting his head rammed in that table repeatedly by LA Knight. I wonder if the crowd's chanting, yeah.
You got to feel like they are. Another question I had is, we talked about Vince's ideas kind of becoming less and less good over the years. What was Vince McMahon's last really good idea? We might break this out again for a segment on a show at one point.
I mean, the last big thing that was really good that Vince was involved in was probably the two things where I don't think he was solely involved in, but was the Bloodline storyline.
Okay.
He was obviously there for that when that started.
It did start under his regime.
Yeah, even though Roman is basically...
And it was strong back then, too.
Roman has said that if he didn't get to do what he wanted, he was basically not coming back.
Okay.
So I mean, but nonetheless, went with it, And the other thing I would say from a signing, but not necessarily being booked to fail or anything, would have been Cody Rhodes.
Okay, yeah. I did not expect those answers.
Now here's the thing, though. Both have, circumstances surrounding it, too. With Roman, it was COVID, and he was the biggest star, and they had no star power, really, and they're in front of an empty arena. And Roman was saying, if you want me to come back, I will, but it's got to be done this way, and otherwise I'm willing to not come back.
Yeah.
And then with Cody, it was a big opportunity for him to finally first take someone from AEW, and they booked him strong. And before he could have failed or anything with it, Cody got injured. He got put on the shelf, and then Vince resigned shortly after when he came back. So the timing was kind of unique.
Could it be Cody finishing his story? Might be the last really good storyline thing.
Yeah, that would have been the start of it. Would Cody actually have finished the story had Vince been around? One has to wonder.
Because it's very interesting. We think all the time of all of Vince's great ideas over the years.
Yeah, sure. The McMahon Austin storyline, obviously. All the other storylines he was involved in with Hulk Hogan and Undertaker throughout the years. His feuds with his own family, Shane in particular. All right, here we go.
We're seeing a lot of good reversals between LA Knight and Carmelo here.
Oh, yeah.
Getting Andrade into the mix as well now.
Carmelo dumping Andrade on top of LA Knight. Now trying to pin both.
Wow. These triple threat matches can be very tough because there's always that one extra guy. And, sometimes they can feel a bit clunky. These guys feel like they're really
getting together. They really know what's going on in there.
Now, LA Knight was an NXT North American champion before he was US champion. He was a TNA world champion.
Did he hold any gold in the NWA? I'm trying to think.
For some reason, I'm thinking he had a tag title with somebody. Maybe James Storm. I'm not positive, but I feel like there was a tag title situation there. Joe gonna look that up. Carmelo Hayes, he was NXT World Champion and North American Champion. Andrade, he had the NXT World title as well. I feel like he's had some titles on the main roster too. Maybe a tag belt at one point or something. Or interesting just to look at the accomplishments of these guys. Now Andrade going to the top for a moonsault on both men, perhaps. And everybody gets out. Oh, but he keeps going and hits LA Knight with one. And Carmelo Hayes with a big save. Carmelo Hayes got a little blood on that elbow right now, too.
Okay, he was NWA Tag Team Champion. I am just looking to see who it was with.
My guess is James Storm.
There's no way I could have skirted past it yet, is there?
Carmelo now working over Andrade. Now he's going back.
James Storm, Eli Drake.
Work over LA Knight.
King of the Mountain champion and World Tag Team champion in NWA. $1 million champion. I forgot about that.
They were going to the moon.
That's a shame, too, because I liked having that $1 million championship back.
Oh, look at Andrade here. Oh! Big fall-away slam off the top rope, but he floats over with him. And
has that arm just across Carmelo's chest, but Carmelo kicking out in time.
Yeah, 2 3/4. Hayes and Andrade both down. LA Knight getting up now. LA Knight also climbing to the top here. On the second rope, rather. What's he looking to do? Looking around. Oh, everybody's saying my name. And then he jumps to the top and hits an elbow on both men. Covers both men. Both men kick out.
I was wondering, I'm like, could that be the finish? It didn't quite look like, the finish of the match, but not knowing kind of what we're looking at time-wise from these guys or, how much time will the main event get, you got to feel like it's going to get something.
Oh, yeah, and we're past 3:30 now. I feel like we're going to go a little past 4 today. So. LA Knight working over Andrade. Andrade fighting back here. Andrade with an elbow. Oh, Carmelo Hayes, though, kicking Andrade in the face.
I love the suspense that this match keeps you with. It's, you'll have all 3 men fighting. Then you'll have one set of 2 men fighting. Then another set.
Oh, he got crushed. He didn't quite make it. Slipped on the ropes.
Look at that recovery, though.
Flips over for a German, but Andrade falls all the way back. Look at Carmelo looking like, wait a minute, I got my moment here. Both men are down. Carmelo's on the top, and boom! Rocker dropper off the top rope, and Andrade makes the save.
I'm
sure he's got a name for that hold. I can't remember.
Yeah. Got some great air on that.
Yeah. Carmelo definitely gets great air every time he's in that ring. Great athlete. Looking for the people. Looking in disbelief. Can't believe he wasn't able to get the win there. Now, there's a clothesline. Andrade ducks under.
Oh, big double arm DDT, but Carmelo counters.
Yes. Super kicks LA Knight for his trouble, though. Oh, but then eats a boot to the face by Andrade.
The action is fast and furious in this match, like you would have expected.
Now Andrade's got that double arm hook, but he's on the ropes. Oh, Carmelo counters. Oh, whip lashes Andrade's head and neck on the rope. Andrade now heads to blunt force trauma on Hayes.
Okay,
2, 3. LA Knight gets the W. So, Matthew, you got another one, buddy. Oh, there's Joe's guy with the glasses.
Hell yeah, gotta show him again. Matthew Dan Duran stacking him up here.
Celebrate.
That was a great match.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's kind of got me thinking, what's been my match of the night so far? I might say this just because with the win and everything, a lot of back and forth, it felt the most satisfying.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have to go back and watch that 6-man tag match.
I mean, that 6-man tag was the most surprising.
Yeah. LA Knight making his way back. We are getting one more commercial break. So you are getting one more commercial break from all the great sponsors that bring you the Working Fans podcast.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me go to the right place before I tee it up. Like Game Up Hard Hydration. If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.
Read about the Northern Wrestling Federation in the book presented by Russellville.com, The Pro Wrestling Vault, Volume 2. Hear the story of Roger Ruffin, the man who trained Carl Anderson, the Monster Abyss, Jordan Clearwater, Chris Harris, and Jillian Hall.
Plus 45 other short stories including Jazz, Bobby Eaton, Kamala, Thunder Rosa, Mario Mancini, Scott Casey, PJ Black, Kerry Morton, Sal Renaro, Jeremiah Plunkett, Colby Carino, Bam Bam Malone, and many others.
Get your book today at Russellville.com. Russellville, it's where wrestling lives.
All you goddamn wrestling fans out there, listen, old black part has got a book. It's called Wrestle. I'm like that. It's got some dadgum good stories in there about some dadgum good wrestlers.
Read stories of Dusty Rhodes, the Von Erich, Scott Casey, Sergeant Slaughter, Roddy Piper, Mr. Fuji, Ron Bass, Bruiser Brody, Mike Davis, the Grappler, and many others.
And I guarantee you one thing. That it'll be the best dadgum read you've had in a long, long time.
Get your book today at Russellville.com or on Amazon. Russellville, it's where wrestling lives.
Hey fans, it's the man they call Dave with producer Joe, and you probably know us as the commentary team for New Heights Pro Wrestling, but when we're not doing that, we got a podcast.
That is the Working Fans Podcast, where we talk pro wrestling, comedy, MMA, and so much more.
And tell them about that signature segment.
Oh, you talk about the 531?
You know I am.
That is a homegrown creation that has been our namesake. And if you want to know our namesake, we got Chevy, AJ Strange Brew, as well as the two of us.
And why don't you go to our channel, like, subscribe, show us some love.
Rate, review, all of it.
Author Ray Lopez presents Lockup, professional wrestling in our world. Lockup dives headfirst into the colorful world of professional wrestling. Explore the iconic characters, careers, matches, history, and families, and delve into the bizarre and fascinating entwining of professional wrestling and film, television, football, politics, gender, and race. Pre-orders are available now on Amazon.com or at MascotBooks.com. This is the perfect gift for the wrestling fan wrestling in your life. Pick up a copy today on Amazon.com or at mascotbooks.com. And we're getting...
All right,
I
guys.
kept us muted like a bitch.
We are back. I just commented, Joe, I'm really liking this video package of the history of wrestling here. Looking at some main event matches, world champions throughout the years. Really trying to put over the importance here of this title, or not even a title for title, but champion versus champion match. Like, I'm loving seeing Dusty and Flair and Eddie Guerrero and,
Definitely not that dude that Eddie wrestled. They've made this Crown Jewel Championship feel important, no matter like how we feel about the look of it. They've featured it on TV. They've featured it by having the people carry it around, the people like shine it up.
And I mean, Gunther has just been such a big match player for him. And Cody is the face of the company.
They're showing the old NWA championship. That is very interesting. Going into Bruno.
Race.
Harley Race, yes.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part of the whole show.
Yeah, too. Oh, Nick Bockwinkel, I think, would have been there for
yeah.
too.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, David Crockett. That was Ric Flair. One over Vader. Here's Hogan. Yeah.
This video package is amazing.
No, we don't even have the sound on.
It's really smart because you're mixing in a lot of these classic champions, but then you're cutting in modern champions. You're cutting in these two. And it all really builds to just making it all feel like that much bigger of a match, of a situation.
Here's the great thing about this match.
It's the main event.
It's the main event. But Gunther and Cody have been built up so strong. It's not like anybody's going to be damaged from a loss here, really.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I mean, Gunther is the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, King of the Ring, and now just recently won that World Championship. And his only loss on the main roster was that one to Sami Zayn, the one he recently avenged, too.
Wow.
So, he got eliminated from Royal Rumble by Cody. Cody's a 2-time Rumble winner. He's the current, world champion. Main evented WrestleMania 2 years in a row.
Now, do you see there being any possibility of any interference in this match?
Oh, yeah. I for sure could see that happening, but mostly on Cody's side, too. I would see people like...
They don't need it, but it's like, it definitely pushes the story along.
Mm-hmm. If Gunther's going to win,
yep,
I say they're going to have interference just because Cody's the guy and they're going to want a little thing for that. I'm not saying Gunther won't beat him, but there'll be a slight little thing. Yeah. Cody might win it straight up just because he's the babyface.
Yeah, because you got to feel like whoever's going to get the win in this is just about to eke it out. So
we got some stats on the title here, huh?
3,356 embedded stones, 50 carats of diamonds, 250 carat weight. Something about emeralds. That's the part that's hidden behind the computer here, behind the scenes.
Yeah. All right, so imagine the lights dimmer. It's going to be Gunther coming over. I just feel like I'm really happy to see this guy got to push to the level he did in WWE.
Yeah, I mean, it had started under Vince, but he has continued to flourish after that.
Yeah, I mean, Vince left shortly after this guy became Intercontinental Champion. How long would he have had it? Who knows?
Yeah, you got to wonder, would Vince have seen him as something? He definitely got in like great shape here.
Do you remember who he beat for the Intercontinental title?
No.
Ricochet.
Wow. I was trying to think. I was going to say, I don't even know who I was going to say.
Because that title was just going back and forth all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Matthew Dan Duran. If you're
Cody
betting
wins,
on DraftKings, this is the man to follow right here. Cody wins for sure. Mike Rome made it to
Yeah, he made it
Saudi Arabia. That's interesting, given that Lillian Garcia, had recently come back. Maybe that was one trip she didn't want to make.
Sure. Yeah, I'm tired, guys. I'm busy.
Or maybe it was just a choice, bring Mike Rome over in case, instead of having her come over. Maybe it was something to switch it up, or even just to, accommodate things.
There's a lot of women on this tour, so I don't think it was probably more Lillian not wanting to make the trip for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could have been political. Could have been, I don't feel like doing this.
Okay. Matthew Danderin is calling Goldberg coming out to cost Gunther.
Yeah. Now that would be interesting.
Is Cody's entrance. All right. I was going to see if for the big show, did he have anything on top of his usual entrance?
You hear him singing the song. You can just see it.
Made me wonder why that guy had an American dollar under his phone case.
Pretty crazy to think how far this guy's come, too.
Oh, yeah, especially in WWE. I really enjoyed him as Stardust during that time.
Yeah.
But, he didn't enjoy it. And then making the decision to leave WWE, to some people can just sound ridiculous.
Yeah.
Especially given that AEW, there was no AEW at the time. So he was just going to go try his hand at the indies.
So check that last stat out. Eliminated Gunther from the 2023 and 2024 Royal Rumble.
Oh, wow. I did not realize that.
Yeah.
I think they showed one of the eliminations during one of the videos. But then Cody wrestled almost every indie that was out there, made a great run of it. And then eventually, after touring the indies, settled in with New Japan, settled in with ROH. And then that's where he built that, friendship with the Bucks that started off AEW.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting to hear one day why Cody left AEW. Maybe in his mind it was just time to go back. He had done all he could do. You got to wonder, was there something he saw in AEW that just he knew wasn't going to work?
Right. Well, that was one thing he said. He felt like he didn't do the best as a VP. He'd love to have another shot at someday. He says right now he's very much into being a performer again. But someday he'd be interested in doing that. He feels like he could do better at it. So that was one thing he said on that Fragrant interview, that he just felt like he was not a great VP before.
And isn't it one of those things too, kind of where anytime your attention is pulled in multiple directions, you're going to be less good at everything you do as opposed to, having one thing and really concentrating on it.
Rome kind of looking like the Joker here a bit to me.
Funny you bring up the Joker. I just bought that new movie. Looking forward to watching it very soon. Heard terrible things, but I very much enjoyed that first Joker movie, and I'm just interested to see where the story goes. There's not many DC things that are done well, where it really pulls me in, but that new Batman movie was great. The Joker, the first one was good, and the Penguin as well.
Penguin's been good. I hear the problem is they took this one in a completely different direction.
That's what I heard. A lot of singing.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, I was going to try to. I was like, just let him watch it. I don't want to influence you before you see it, but that's what I had.
I tried finding it on the Fire Stick for a while, but because if there were so many bad reviews, I'm like, oh, maybe I can find this ahead of time, but I did not. Who knows? Maybe I'll make that my night. I got to have some non-wrestling stuff today.
I'm trying to fit an episode of The Penguin in before Sunday, because I think the new ones come out on Sunday. So I'm one episode down. That's been my favorite DC thing in a while, and it's actually up there with my favorite just that genre of things so far. Anybody a fan of DC and Marvel, you can join in on that. We're going to talk about wrestling too, but hey.
And sometimes with these live shows, especially with like these longer entrances, there's other things to throw in. Plus, we've been doing this for a while. It's been a day. So sometimes you almost got to, keep it fresh for yourself.
I feel like I'm on a first date. All right, guys, I like UFC, boxing, pro wrestling, and Marvel and DC. Go if anybody has any favorites on anything.
I'm into hip hop, heavy metal, hardcore music. I love
horror movies.
Big on movies, big on concerts. Yeah. Love pizza.
Look at pizza's great. The Ring General sign. I like the people who just have these old school signs out here. This crowd is loud, you can tell, for Cody. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. They were very loud, and they were singing for Cody now. I don't know. Cody's got a weird look on his face, doesn't he?
I mean, they definitely look like they're reacting.
Oh, yeah.
Got the decibel meter out again. Love it.
What I like about Gunther is they could be cheering or booing him. He just looks like he doesn't care. He's very much in that zone with his character.
And he's a guy that definitely, gets his character.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's interesting here, too, is in the WWE, they've only met, I believe, in the Royal Rumble. So, other than that tag match last night, too. So, this is the first one-on-one encounter. I don't know if they've ever wrestled outside of WWE against each other on an independent.
Oh, that's a good question.
So Cody or Gunther going to work on that arm, Roy. Oh, McIntyre loves Marvel. Nice.
What's been your favorite Marvel show or movie that's come out recently?
And also what maybe something you're looking forward to? They just announced a bunch of stuff coming out soon.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I know Marvel's taken a hit recently on some shows. Like I think Agatha All Along didn't quite get the response.
A lot of stuff hasn't. Yeah. But I know they're doing Daredevil Born Again.
Okay.
And I know there's a lot of buzz for that. I know obviously Wolverine and Deadpool did very well for them.
Yeah, that was the biggest modern thing. One of the things that, didn't get like panned, but it seems like a lot of recent releases have gotten that. Same with Star Wars. And I think being under that Disney banner, they're releasing a lot more stuff. Like we used to wait years for a Marvel movie or for a Star Wars movie. Now there's something coming out every few months, and obviously not everything is going to hit.
Yeah. Cody working on that arm now.
Plus, when you put out that much stuff, it's hard to make everything great. Some things are just naturally going to be.
You know what? As bad as I think a lot of Vince's creative is too, I think one of the other issues is just having to keep coming up with so much stuff. The more they added shows and added time over the years after being in it for so long, I think you get burned out, and sometimes you have to be able to look at that and go, okay, I've lost it right now. I need to back up. So Spider-Man, one of his favorites.
Love it.
That's awesome. Nothing wrong with that. All right, Gunther trying to go for the slam. Cody holding on an arm. This reminds me of Ricky Morton for old school wrestling fans out there, right? Working on the arm. Oh, yeah, and Deadpool. That's a good one, too.
It's great that they're able to show their, more comedy side of Marvel with that. It's not just all superheroes in action.
Big shoulder block by Gunther.
I really enjoyed WandaVision.
Yeah, WandaVision was good. Yeah. There was aspects of Agatha All Along that I liked. It continued that story a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't quite hit like WandaVision. I was willing to give it a chance. I really didn't like the first couple of the first episode yet. Of Agatha All Along.
Oh, okay. I was going to say the first episode or two of WandaVision were so completely different. Oh,
I love that because I
thought you might
old
because
time TV look.
Yeah, that would have kept you.
Turns out I really just don't like cop shows. Or police shows. Sorry, I didn't mean to use the slur.
His brother's a police.
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe, sorry, bro.
Maybe somebody that might have printed our shirts as well. Gunther in this side headlock with Cody here.
Digging that.
Getting right back to the match here.
Again, like I said, this reminds me of a little bit of Ricky Morton, Iron Anderson type thing, right? Like the babyface working a body part, and then the heel trying to come back. I know everybody's famous for the heels working the body, but Ricky Morton would do that sometimes in the beginning. So would Ricky Steamboat. They work like the arm. They love to work that arm, you know.
Love to stand on these reversals.
Crowds into this. Crowds into everything these guys are doing right now.
Too bad this wasn't a Kung Fu special match.
I have in my notes for that. Ricky breaks things. Fuji makes a lot of mean faces and sounds. Ethnic stereotypes are full effect in Saturday Night's Main Event, Season 1, Episode 3.
Plus, Mel Phillips gets his ass whooped. It's
that was
beautiful.
Right. That poor man. I said, no, he ain't. Do it again, Terry.
I believe at one point, Vince referred to him as an innocent ring attendant. I'm like, you know damn well he ain't.
He's not. Kick his ass, Terry. You're doing God's work.
Just stay away from those kids. I don't like Mel Phillips getting near them children.
Terry took a crazy bump in that match, too. JYD. I couldn't believe this shit. Oh, look at little Dusty. Oh, no, you ain't gonna go Dusty on me, says Gunther. You're gonna get chopped in the chest. Oh, look at Gunther now.
Giving him a little Dolph Ziggler there.
I think Bret Hart, maybe.
Okay, yeah. Oh, good call.
Right, because of the, you know, you like Bret, there's your Bret.
Goldberg is backstage watching that, like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Be very interesting to see Goldberg in Saudi Arabia.
Could Gunther be the man that makes Goldberg and Bret Hart work together?
That's very interesting.
I love it. Goldberg spears Gunther. Bret's like, sharpshooter!
Are we setting up for a Goldberg-Gunther match, and where will that occur?
Goldberg would, I'd say do it at Survivor Series if he showed up tonight.
Okay.
You know, I would have it because...
A little worried about it happening in Berlin?
No, I think that at the end of the day, Bill's only got one more match in him.
Okay.
And I think if you remember when he came back, whatever that was, 2016.
Yeah, when he ripped his son's shirt off?
I think it might have been when he beat Lesnar, it was at Survivor Series.
Okay.
So that's why I was thinking that could work.
Yeah, Survivor Series, my brother was actually there live for.
Oh, was he? Oh.
Yeah, he traveled for that one.
Oh, shit. You must have been shocked as hell.
It's got that commemorative chair.
I mean, nobody saw that coming at the time when Goldberg beat him in 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slamming Cody on the outside here.
Gunther going in now, the ring. Thought he was going to go back out just to break it, but standing. Creating that distance. A ring general. That's the one thing friend of the show Pete says. He doesn't really like wrestling. Once in a while I hear him go, the ring general. So if you wonder what sticks with non-wrestling fans, you know. Now Gunther's sticking that knee right in his face. Kind of just
digging it in.
Yeah.
Getting that boot across the throat almost.
Taking time to taunt the crowd. Just very basic good heel work here, you know. Shoots him off. Cody ducks under. Oh, yeah, can't slam.
It doesn't need to be real gimmicked up for the Saudi Arabian audience. They don't get wrestling live that often, I don't imagine.
No, they love it. They love everything you're doing, you know. And both these guys are so over, you don't have to do as much too. So,
and sometimes the best matches really are just the simple things. You know, you get the heel work, you get the in-ring moves.
Now, what I will say is, originally when they'd come over here, it was very much all the crowd rooted for all the good guys all the time, it felt like.
Yeah.
Now you're seeing a sign that says the ring general and stuff like that. So it is interesting to see as the crowds evolve, you know, you may get a few people who like a few heels and stuff. Now Cody firing back with some right hands.
Gunther picks him up, slams him on his back. He's like, you like that?
That feel good? Huh? Common man. Bobby Lashley said he wanted to do a angle with Gunther. Basically where Gunther was going to say something. This is the problem with you people. And everybody like, what? And then he was going to make some comment where it wasn't actually racist, but people don't think about it. And I just know the caption was like basically Bobby Lashley trying to get Gunther and everybody cancel out here.
Well, was it Triple H that had that line a while ago with Booker T?
Booker T, yeah, they did that. That's going back to like WrestleMania 19, so it's a long time ago.
Well, it's just interesting to have that double entendre of you obviously have what it looks like, but then they have a spin on how they actually meant it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's one of those angles that the more politically correct things get, I almost wonder if they'd even want to try and mess with that.
Yeah, it's tough.
It might have worked once upon a time, but now, you run the risk of getting canceled.
Yeah, sponsors, leaving you and stuff too. So,
and look at the crowd there, really responding with the phones.
Yeah, crowd is going wild. Look at Gunther.
It is interesting that you talk about the evolution of the crowds, and it's almost getting to look like a regular WWE crowd.
It is, yeah.
Obviously, just with more Arabic faces out there.
Gunther really working over the back here. Yeah.
Okay, Matthew Dan Duran, thank you very much for giving us this feedback. We don't have the sound up, so we can't hear him, but they've made a point of putting it over with that decibel meter. And you would just imagine they'd be loud after not getting, this.
Cody said the loudest crowd he ever was in was this year, that France crowd.
I could see that. Oh, wow. Doing the wave in Saudi Arabia.
Not the rave. That's something else.
Either way, a rave or a wave in Saudi Arabia seems interesting. That's something we haven't seen from this crowd.
Or maybe those phones were glow sticks. Maybe there was so low.
Oh, wow. I don't know if they allow that stuff over there.
They probably don't.
You can get lifted off Allah and green tea. Or whatever tea is, native to it. This is how you can tell we're deep in the main event. We're thinking about Saudi Arabian teas. I'm thinking about pizza.
Cody working over Gunther. I'm going to get back to the action.
And Gunther's thinking about the fucking win.
Yeah,
stay on.
W, chop. Work the arm. Chop. I don't care if you're Dusty's kid. Chop. Dusty didn't train me.
Vienna sausages may be small, but not these Vienna chops.
I wonder who did train Gunther.
It's very interesting.
I found out Ridge Holland and William Regal had the same trainer.
Really?
I think it was Marty Jones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God I've already got a cage match.
That surprises
queued
me.
up on my phone.
Yeah, Ridge Holland and William Regal, same trainer.
Could it be Otto Vance?
It's interesting.
All right. So are you ready for this?
I am.
So it's Michael Kovac.
Okay.
Tatsuhito Takaiwa.
Okay.
And Tomohiro Ishii.
Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. So, all over the place. Influence of the Japanese talent, obviously.
Yeah. I did not see that coming. I was expecting an Otto Vance. I don't know a ton about the European scene, but you could have seen him going, possibly where Zack Sabre and Marty Skrull went.
I was so surprised that Ridge Holland got trained by the same guy William Regal did.
Yeah, the fact that guy is still training.
Yeah. I
don't know. That's the thing about a good wrestling trainer. Like, look at Al Snow. You can go for years.
Cody talked about Al Snow on that podcast, too. Some of the advice Al gave him throughout the years and stuff, too.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Al told him, you can get along with the office and the boys and stuff, and that'll get you so far, and that's good. But if you get over with the people, then they can't tell you what to do. They can't touch you.
Yeah, because then you're in demand from the crowd. And I think that's really been, emblematic of his time back in WWE.
He also talked about the difference, like, because the host of the show, Andrew Schultz, was talking about how for him as a casual fan, sometimes all the aerial moves don't mean as much to him. Even he was picking up on that and stuff. And, the moves that maybe have more of a story mean something to him. And again, Cody talking about Al Snow's advice, he's like, I like all of it. He said, but as far as like if you're going to do a bunch of high spots with no real story behind it and that's all you do, Al puts it like this. I like to go see the fireworks. We do it once a year.
Yeah.
So.
And it's the thing too, you see all these high spots, nothing's going to stick with you as much. You might remember this jump over the ropes or that, but it's more, the jump over the top ropes that really weakened your opponent that led to that win that are, that stick with you more and you remember the story.
The things that stuck out most to me tonight was the video package before this match and Kevin Owens wearing a Cowboy Bob Orton shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's surprising because you saw that 6-man tag match.
I mean, yeah, Solo, that was surprising, obviously. And I would say even the Tiffany shot and cash in and stuff like that didn't happen, but her just going back and forth, right? But nowhere was there like, some great aerial move other than maybe that Owens dive that's like really coming to my mind right now.
Yeah.
Cody firing up here. Looking for that maybe crossroads. On
Gunther looks spent on the ropes.
Oh, no, he's got him here. Maybe just a little boot to the midsection here.
Oh.
Similar to Bob Holly, maybe, back in the day. Oh, no. Gunther
Look at that, turning him over.
Boston Crab. He's worked on the back throughout the whole match.
Cody fighting his way up to at least getting his arms straight, hoping to crawl over to the ropes.
I feel like this is similar to when Gunther beat Randy Orton. How he kept working his back and then eventually going for this sleeper.
Makes sense because you damage that back. It makes all other moves hard to kind of go.
All right, Cody right away. Gunther slaps away the arm.
Big German suplex.
Now
and
back
getting
to the
right
sleeper.
back to it.
Oh, man. It hooks the torso now.
Seeing this, I'm almost thinking Gunther almost doesn't need that interference in there.
No. But my guess is Cody's going to fight out of this because this is Cody. He's the champ, right? He's got the heart, of everybody here. But, yeah, the way they're booking it, you could definitely see, a clean win for Gunther almost, which is incredible to say out loud. But look at this. All right, you got, again, this is the way he's applying this at different times where he looks like he's putting pressure on the back of the head and then under the chin, a little bit, or right on the chin, I should say, rather.
And Cody looking great, trying to fight out of it, slumping over.
And now he's got his leg over his torso. He has a little bit of half body lock here and the sleeper hold. Cody will not drop that arm, though.
Wow. I thought for sure we were at least going to go maybe 2 arm drops.
Yeah, 2 arms right now. Cody said, no, that's not what we're doing here, pal. This ain't your old school wrestling. Here we go. Look who's coming out here. Late to the game. That's
Randy Osgood. Thank you for popping in, man. How have you enjoyed this event so far tonight?
Let's go.
Today.
Cody. Yeah, today. Jawbreaker by Cody.
This time tomorrow. Tonight will be today. Or today will be tonight. One of those. You know what I mean.
Oh, look at this.
Reverse it into the crossroads. Boom.
Gunther starts rolling over a little bit, try to create that distance.
And it was big he could get that move on Gunther, but Cody is too spent to, put any more energy to try and get that pin.
Oh, man. Oh, not so much been working.
Well, that's what happens with a lot of people. We've been hearing that from a lot of people about today. It's one of the rough parts about an afternoon show. Gunther's struggling to get it. Gunther's at least to his knees. Cody is not up. Well, Cody's to his knees now. Gunther first to his feet, but Cody to his feet soon after. Big double drop kick into the corner. Big power bomb from Gunther and going for the pin. Cody kicking out at 2.
Sorry, guys. I started to drift off thinking about my tire for a minute. ADD. Where am I going to get the air for that tire?
I got to be honest, guys. Right now, it's like there's 2 computers running in my head. One is paying attention to the event. The second is thinking about the episode that we're going to do after this, which is going to be the review this week. And there's a third one I could tune into sometimes that's thinking about pizza.
Nothing sexual or violent, though. Don't
No.
worry. That's not Vince here.
I mean, there might be something violent after the pizza because eggplant and sausage will definitely work its way through your stomach.
All right, Gunther now. Back to the feet first. So here's Cody. Oh.
You can see the perspiration flying off of Cody with that hit.
Yeah, that old school match here, right? We've been going for a while. They're sweating. We are past the 4 o'clock, too. We did 4:09 now. Wasn't even really concentrating on the time at this point, honestly. It looks like maybe you were just now. Wait, how late are we?
Oh, no, I was checking real quick. I saw I had a text. So. Group chat blowing up.
Oh, are they?
Not our group chat this time. Work one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, afternoon. And AJ's in Mexico. So
got a good story about that later, too. For you.
Big chop by Gunther. Again, Cody's just...
Now we're seeing both guys get fired up, and we're getting the traded chops. I wonder if somebody's going to show that wear and tear from this.
Oh, Gunther trying for that sleep roll. Cody
Big
with that
slam.
Saito suplex.
Love that. Even though I was really excited for that 6-man tag match, I'm excited for
big
this
Larry.
match. Randy.
I don't think so. He's in Mexico right now, Randy, on a cruise.
Maybe he's got it pulled up on his phone. He's with his wife, though, actually, so chances are not.
Oh, crossroads by Cody just misses it.
Big outside chance. AJ started watching it on the cruise. His wife got so mad, she threw him up over the top rail.
He did check out a CML show yesterday, though.
Was it CML?
He said that. I don't know.
I can see it. It looked like a lucha. It looked like there was a lucha event at a restaurant, or it was a lucha restaurant.
It was a small venue, wherever they were.
Could have been CMLL. We don't know.
I don't know. I didn't get a lot of background, I don't think
we didn't ask a lot of questions either.
Yeah.
We had a lot going on. This is the first time AJ's checked in a few days.
Yeah. He's not with anyone I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's enjoying his life.
A lot of cruises.
A lot of cruises. Actually, it's funny. My girlfriend even said that. I was like, he's on his cruise with his wife. She's like, I thought he didn't like his wife. Goes out a lot. I showed the picture. She goes, he doesn't look happy. You noticed that too? That's funny.
We'll talk about that off
You and Jen look below the surface. I know. And I'm like, mask. Anyway. All right.
Big chop. Gunther misses. Cody going up to the top rope.
Oh, Gunther catches him in that sleeper hole. Oh,
Cody rolls through.
And he
Wow.
got him. Hey, you know who likes to use that move? Bret Hart, baby. Oh, look at the smile on Cody's face here.
That was great.
Oh,
I mean, I figured whoever was going to get the win would have just had to bested the other one by just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't sure, were we going to get some interference? A lot of people said, they were building it up so much on the TikTok this morning that I thought, maybe there could be.
I thought there would be too.
Because you had to find a way for one person to win over the other and still let that other person look strong.
It almost looks like they're really concentrating on the fact that this was a big deal and we wanted to have a straight up match,
Yep. And either person would have made a great Crown Jewel champion, but obviously Cody is that big choice for it.
Sure. He's the face of the company right now. So, but man, I can't complain on how they booked this match at all and how strong they made Gunther look, who looked to be controlling most of the match. You felt like he was in control most of the match. You felt like he could actually honestly win it clean at different points, but it was just that little counter to a counter.
And we're going to stay very briefly after these
Yeah,
video
I wanna
packages to
see-
see if something could happen.
Yeah, we'll stick around here.
Not too long, though.
What's that?
Matthew Dan Duran, that's another one.
Oh, yep. Randy was missing those AJ rants. All right, here we go. We got a face-off.
It's funny, the only person that hears the AJ rants anymore is his wife, in fact.
Oh, so we do got a handshake here. Gunther and Cody shaking hands. Gunther also kind of waving his finger at him. I think probably saying we'll meet again.
Yeah, definitely like a begrudging respect there.
Yeah. Here comes Triple H now. And some members of the Saudi Arabia government, I'm assuming.
And a lady.
And a lady. A couple
Two ladies. What the fuck?
Who let them in here? All right. Who won?
Cody pulled off the win.
Cody.
I was trying to think of a tasteful joke
Um,
about the ladies getting in the ring.
I would say there was a 7-match card. You were 5-1-1 because one we had to throw out. Nobody got right because it was that no contest. The only one you got wrong was that first one, Matt. So you got everything else right. You did better than I did. I did not do good tonight. Randy Osgood, that's awesome. But,
It's a big moment.
Yeah.
You know, Cody in the ring with those championships. You got to wonder, is that the guy running Saudi Arabia? Is that
I don't
MBS
know.
Mohammed bin Samin? Whatever his name is.
There's a few guys that are helping promote things over there. I know in boxing and MMA, there's Turkey.
Okay. It's always around this Riyadh season, too.
It is. Yeah.
I got to Google what Riyadh season's all about.
So here we're looking back at the match again. Gunther hit a great power bomb earlier. Randy, I'm surprised Roman took the pin. So were we. We were shocked, Randy.
Not what we would have expected, but I mean, hey, it's good, as far as storyline wise, pushing things forward.
Big
Just some great, moments from in the match here.
Yeah, I mean, this was a great match. When you look at, Gunther had that power bomb, that lariat, Rowan, Cody hit a crossroads, and then at the end, jumps up, gets caught in the sleeper, but he reverses it with that bridge pin. Rolls through, pin with a bridge. A la, if you're not watching it, Randy, think Bret Hart, Rowdy Piper, WrestleMania 8. Or Bret Hart, Steve Austin at Survivor Series.
All right, we got Liv Morgan out here as well to celebrate with the championships. And this is kind of the big moment for Saudi Arabia, getting to see.
Yes.
Very interesting that Cody's wearing the Saudi Arabian championship, holding his.
I don't know if Liv could. That title is very big.
Very true.
She might have to hold it up like that. Yeah. So.
Plus, it's interesting just to get that contrast to not both people doing everything the same. Just visually, that's something I'm catching on. I don't know if it even went into the thought of it. But we've got Triple H raising the champion's hands. And folks, we are going to raise our champion's hands. And we're going to give you one last commercial break so we can stand up. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you very much for putting up with all the technical difficulties. We did not expect it, but it was great to have Randy in the comments. It was great to have Matthew Dan Durand in the comments. And it's great to have Game Up as a sponsor. Boom, boom. If you haven't tried Game Up, then you are missing out. Imagine your favorite seltzer and your favorite sports drink had a baby, but it's way better than that. Each can is 110 calories, low carb, 4.9 ABV. It's a nice light drink that is not light on flavor. Game Up comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon, lime, and grape. Pick it up at drinkgameup.com or at your nearest liquor store.